Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've got a big night in store for you. We've got a bunch of bottles to give away. We're going to have a lot of fresh cracks. We're going to have a good time. I've seen a lot of people in here coming in, a lot of familiar faces. See Paul and Patrick, Tracy, Brad, Big T, all you guys, Barry. Thanks for joining us, and cheers, everyone. Now, I am sitting here alone with an empty chair beside me, but it's not going to stay that way. So I've invited my local Patreons to come join me tonight. They're over here. I've got a actual viewing gallery watching me tonight. The peanut gallery, yeah. So about every half hour, I'm going to have a different Patreon come. My earliest Patreons come and join me, and they're going to join in on the broadcast. So in addition to that, for the first hour of the show, I have a couple of special guests. I have Brian and Shauna from Cast 529. Welcome, guys.
Nice.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having us.
So, yeah, it's going to be a big night. We got a bunch of bottles to get through. So I got 2 hours seems like a long time, but man, that 2 hours goes fast once you start talking and drinking, right?
It does. It really does.
So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started with this first giveaway and kind of our first duck race. All right. So here's what we're going to do. The first bottle I'm going to be giving away tonight is the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash Bonded. Okay. So to enter for this giveaway, type in hashtag 3D. Oops. So I'll put that up here. Capital D. Just like that. Hashtag 3D. Put that in the chat for a chance to win the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash Bonded, which will be the first bottle we're going to give away. We'll give that about 15 minutes or so, and we'll run that. Also, the first duck race we're going to run tonight is going to be for 1792 foolproof store pick. So this is a store pick from the Brown Derby. And for, as you see the little scrolling down there, for every $5 in Super Chat or $5 you send through Venmo. And I think the Venmo link should be pinned at the chat, I think. Yeah. And for every $5, you get a duck in the race, and we'll run that a little bit later. So 1790 foolproof. Thank you, Barry. I got that from you. Thanks. So the foolproof is going to be the duck race, and the triple mash will be the first giveaway bottle. All right. Shauna, Brian, thanks for joining us. How are you guys doing?
Hey, thanks for having us. We're doing good.
Yeah, we're good. How are you, Todd?
Oh, doing pretty good. Went out today, did a little hunting here in Ohio. Thank you, David. We had a pretty good drop all week long here. So I know all week long we've had some decent bottles. We had E.H. Taylor single barrel, E.H. Taylor small batch. Sonda, thank you. The A. Smith Bowman dropped, which was the one I really wanted, but I managed not to get. And we had what else? Blanton's Eagle Rare. Thank you, Jim. Jim P. Sonda, got you guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to enter these into the sheet to have them ready for the duck race as I'm talking. But yeah, I missed the A. Smith Bowman, which was a bit of a disappointment because that was the bottle I really wanted. But the problem was when they dropped it, they didn't do like they did all the other allocated bottles and hold it for like their release. They were selling it as soon as it came in. Yep. So it would come in on like a Tuesday in the middle of the day or something, and they would sell it right away. So the people I go out on Saturday morning. Well, I was unable to get one because they were already gone by then. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody in your truck on Saturday morning.
Right. Yeah, not that I know, not around here anyway.
Not down here either.
Yeah. So if you're just joining, hashtag 3D will get you in for the giveaway for the first bottle, the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash. Every $5 you send in Super Chat will enter you a duck in the race for the 1792 foolproof pick from the Brown Derby. Sorry. So I didn't get the A. Smith Bowman, but I did end up getting an E.H. Taylor single barrel and a sweet wheat. So it was still a pretty good day.
That's cool. I'm not going to lie to you, Todd. Been busy the last few weekends, nonstop. So I actually took a nap today. We didn't go out at all.
Yeah, it was nice.
Tracy, thank you. I got it. Yeah, I actually took a nap too after we got done hunting. I came back and took a little nap before we got up and started getting ready for the live stream. So that's always nice.
Well, you got a big night planned after this. So
yeah, so we're having the reason I brought the Patreons over. It wasn't just to join us on the 2-hour live stream. I'm having a get together afterwards. We're all going to sit around and we got a bunch of bottles and stuff we're going to open. Trenton, thank you. Gotcha. Hold on one second. And we're going to have a bunch of fresh cracks and stuff after the live stream. So it's going to be a good time. Now I am going to live stream the after party too. I just won't really be interactive with it. I'm just going to kind of set up here beside me and let it run while we're all sitting around the table drinking. So whatever kind of nonsense comes up.
You got to keep the crowd in control. Let them know.
Yeah. Try anyway. Got to try anyway. Right. Let's see. Paul. I think I got you. Did I not?
Renee said she took a nap today too.
Yeah, she did. We both did. Hey, how's it going, Jamie? So after the party, we are going to have some fresh cracks. I can see them back here. I know I'm going to have the Mixer's 10-year rye bourbon bitch. I got you. Thank you. I'll put it there in a second. Wild Turkey, the Unforgotten, which is the Mattress Keep Burr rye from a few years ago, and a Thomas H. Handy. We're going to fresh crack.
Good deal.
So
I've been excited for a couple weeks here because when we were at Wilderness Trail, you handed over this sample.
Yes,
I'm excited to hear some more about that.
Yeah, so when we were at Wilderness Trail, I went with the Cass 529 on their barrel pick. I brought them a sample of the Blue Note barrel pick we did. So I gave you guys that sample so you could try it tonight and let us know what you think. Marty, I got you. So if you guys want to go ahead and start with that, and let us know what you think of it, that'd be great. And I'll get my fresh crack here in a minute that I'm going to start with. But first, I'm going to introduce the first Patreon who's going to be joining me tonight. You all know him. You've seen him on my lives before and in some of my videos. That bourbon guy, Paul. Live studio audience.
Yes, that's all good. Hey, everybody.
So Paul, he was our second ever Patreon.
I'm number 2.
Yeah, yes. You're number 2. So yeah, I've known Paul for several years now and stuff, right. and so he's always been a big supporter of us. So it's great to have you come in, Paul.
Thanks for having me over.
But yeah, tell us guys, we'll let you go through that Blue Note and see what you think of it while we let this run. Again, hashtag 3D for a chance to win the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash. I'm actually going to run that here in a couple of minutes to get a winner. Yeah.
Oh, they're having the Blue Note right now?
They're trying the Blue Note right now.
Fabulous. You are going to love this one.
Well, we like Blue Note to begin with, so we've been looking forward to this.
And you gave me a sample of that. And that was the first bourbon I've ever experienced where the finish came back to the front of the mouth.
Wow.
Okay, so I watched that show when you tasted that thing because I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, it's got a real forward finish.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm loving the nose on it.
Great nose. Yeah, great nose on that. A little
bit of spice on it, a little bit of caramel on it. However, what I'm really liking is the confectionery sugar. It's like you just made some French toast and sprinkled that powdered sugar on it, and it's just coming. The smell, this is great. I love the nose.
Good.
Maybe even a little bit of a tobacco note on it too. Great nose, guys.
I get a little bit of tobacco on top of the other things you mentioned. Yeah.
Oh, I'll let you guys say what you think of it before I kind of give you the notes I had on it that were strong.
First taste, I'm getting that caramel, I'm getting tobacco, and I'm getting chocolate. A little bit of sweetness.
As soon as it hit the palate, I got just a touch of that confectionery sugar, but it kind of washed right away. But like Paul said, it didn't come all the way back up for me, but it did move back forward.
What is the proof point on this, Todd? I'm not
It
sure.
is 119.1. Yeah, and to me, I thought it was very sweet and spicy. It was kind of sweet up front, and then it's spicy on the finish.
But it's a mild spice. It's not real overbearing.
Yeah, I thought it was very good, and I'm hoping that'll be in next week for sale in the shop. So I was hoping it'd be ready there this week. It shipped last Wednesday from the distillery, so I just got to wait for it to get to the warehouse to put it up in our bottle shop.
It's really nice. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Are you opening it up to patrons first, or how are you doing that?
Yeah, so I'm going to do it to patrons first, but there's going to be plenty because it was like 39 cases on the yield. Okay. So there's going to be plenty of it, but I'm going to open up for the Patreons for the first day. Let the Patreons get all they want, and then open it up to the general public.
Yeah, everyone's going to want more than one on this.
Yeah, it's excellent.
I know I'm going to want more than one. It's the palate's amazing. I'm loving all the notes.
It's really good. You got a winner here.
Yeah, you did great. Yep. So what's the bottle price going to be, Todd? I'm sorry.
I don't have the final price yet. I won't know that till it gets to the warehouse, but I'm expecting between 53 to 55. It's going to be somewhere in that range.
That's great.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to pick the first fresh crack for us here tonight. I wanted to add something a little special that I've been saving. I've been wanting to open for a special occasion. So we're going to be opening, and this is not a model car.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's cool.
This is a Jim Beam decanter from 1978.
Oh, that's
modeled after an old fire engine. So it rolls. It actually works.
Nice.
But when you take off the cover and you can pull the decanter out,
wow,
you'll see it still has the intact tack strip. So it's never been opened. And you can hear the liquid in it.
It's in there.
That's going to be our fresh crack here tonight. An old dusty Jim.
What year did you say that was from, Todd?
1978.
Nice.
Give me the pamphlet.
Yes.
Thanks.
So I'm going to open that now, and we're all going to pour it around here.
Cool.
And it is a screw top.
So no worries of busted cork.
Yeah, no cork remnants.
That looks good.
Where did you find that at, Todd?
An estate sale. Yeah, so I think it was like $25 somebody was selling it for. And I was like, well, that's
fresh crack for them too.
Yeah. Everybody pass it around the room.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, so it's a serious dusty. All right, so now I'm going to go run for the winner for the first bottle. So I'm going to switch over here. Just give me a second while I go to the giveaway.
So it's definitely dusty in the nose. I'm getting actually a little bit of a licorice note to the whole thing, which is typical in some of the very older ones.
All right, I'll give one more minute. Hashtag 3D to enter the giveaway for the Jack Daniels.
Peanut note's still there. This reminds me also of the old Bookers that I had. I think you had a sample of
the 84 Bookers.
The 84 Bookers.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got that nutty, that nuttiness on the nose.
Wow.
You can tell it's a dusty though. It's also got a little touch of sweetness there. I'll tell you what, the difference between a Jim Beam, like a 80 proof Jim Beam from then to now is just, it's not in the same stratosphere.
Well, it's even
absolutely crazy.
Same is true with a lot of the other Dusties.
Yeah.
So if you go for an old Wild Turkey, the Austin Nichols branded Wild Turkey, that is night and day. It's more bold in flavor. Just like this Beam, it's more bold than a basic white label Jim Beam today.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share and run this first giveaway. And the winner is...
Good luck, everyone.
Hey, Marty.
Nice.
You won the other night, too. You're a lucky son of a gun. I'll tell you what. All right, so you will be getting... I'll be sending you along with the samples you won the Jack Daniel's triple mash bonded rye, or not rye, the triple mash bonded.
That's good. That's awesome.
Which is actually my favorite of the bonded series. Did you guys, Brian, Sean, have you tried the Jack Daniel's bonded, all the ones that came out?
We have not.
Yeah,
No.
we have not.
Oh, the bonded's good.
Yes, they had the regular bonded, the regular Jack Daniel's, the Tennessee whiskey. They did a rye, a bonded rye, and the bonded triple mash. Triple mash was certainly my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good bottle.
Nice.
There we go. Rigged. Let's see that.
Hold on one second. Get one day one of her glasses. my wife just came down. She wants to try the Jim Beam.
No, that's fine. We're good.
Hi, Renee.
All right, so now we're going to get set up for the next giveaway because I got a bunch of these bottles to get through. So the next one we're doing is a Milam and Green port finished rye.
Ooh, nice. I don't think I've ever had that.
You've never had the Milam? I've had a couple of their things before,
Okay.
but yeah, I picked this one up. Decided it'd be good for a giveaway.
That's awesome.
All right, so for this one, we are going to do
Get my phone ready. Hashtag.
hashtag port rye. So
Oh,
there you go. Hashtag port rye to have a chance to win the Milam and Green port finished rye. And we'll run that here in a few minutes. I'll do last call for any duck races for the 1792 foolproof store pick. And give that a couple of minutes.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you guys haven't had any of the bonded Jack Daniels, but I know you like the Jack Daniels barrel proof rye. I know you're big fans of.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
And Brian and I, we disagreed on the 14. I love the 14.
I love the 14. Yeah.
Brian was not as crazy for the 14. So that's good news for me.
Yeah, she can have all she wants of that.
So is it what? Just a little too much oak for you?
Too much oak.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
mind oak, Paul. In fact, I like it, but if it's a double or that 14, it's just, to me, it's just too much oak for I just don't care for all that oak.
Gotcha.
I love it.
All right. Check for Shane on Venmo.
I'm going to
Okay.
check right now.
Good.
I'm going to give one of you guys.
Fun
this
fact for you
to
guys,
watch
I
my
just saw
Venmo and
news.
let me know when some comes
I think I want to say it's the Woodford Double Oak. Woodford's going to come out with a single barrel cast strength double.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
through. How many entries do we have?
The guy who does the labeling and everything else, he just posted that out there. So
Yeah, I got yours.
I don't know when, but it sounds like that's something they have in the works.
Now that sounds interesting. I like
And
that.
that one will probably be a distillery only release, probably not nationwide like the double.
Well, we got the double
How many?
down the day of the release and got 2 bottles down there.
No.
Yeah,
That
I did.
was for
I did
something
as well.
else, 65
I did as well.
All right, sorry guys, I've got trying to get some assistance here watching the Venmo. It's hard to do that one. There is a Venmo link at the top of the screen. So a couple more minutes, and I'm going to do that duck race for this 1792 foolproof.
Yeah.
And hashtag port rye to be entered the giveaway for the Milam and Green rye whiskey, port finished rye whiskey.
That is nice opening up. It's your fresh crack is picking up more peanut notes. Out of the whole thing.
It's got a really good. It's got that real oily mouthfeel that that older dusty whiskey
Mhm.
always has that better mouthfeel. Now I will say, like the current Jim Beam white labels are like 2 years old or something. They're pretty young.
They're real young, right?
Well, this one it said it's 100 months, so it was 100 months aged, which is like
It's like 8 and a
8
half
years. Like so, it's
8.5
basically
years,
like an
something
8-year
that.
Jim Beam.
Solid. That's what we should also be seeing more from these distilleries these days, since they've been ramping up ever since like 2015. They've been adding more to their distilleries, to the rick houses. So now the inventory is coming back up to meet the demand that they can start adding age statements back into their bottle lineup.
Two Strikes Whiskey said saw the Woodford Reserve double oak dropped below $100 in California. Wow, that's like half price.
No kidding.
That's a huge drop.
All right.
Makes a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it worth it. Then I
right.
wouldn't go buy it at 200. I'd buy it at 100.
Sounds like a
200
big.
at the distillery, in my opinion, was a little
Yeah. What's that?
200 at the distillery, in my opinion, was a little overpriced.
You're right.
I think so too.
You're right.
I
150
agree.
was probably more the sweet spot for it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. With the other collectors, the Masters collection.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like, had that little drop in your throat when you know that you overpaid. When you see that for like 150 the next day,
Yeah,
and you're like,
169.
Anna, thanks for joining us. And I will like to point out we do have little Dev with us here tonight. He's joining us, and we are wishing him the best with what's going on overseas.
Yeah, I hope he stays safe out
Yeah.
there.
All right. Jim Beam White Label is 4 years, Sugar
Okay.
Kitty says. He said that it's labeled as straight whiskey and no other age statement. Okay.
Got it.
So it's a 4 year. Well, this one was an 8 year. 100 months.
100
A
months.
little over 8 years.
A little over 8 years, right. Good.
And it's excellent. So that was my fresh crack to guys. Cheers, everybody over
Yeah.
there.
Cheers to the gallery.
Get a lot of butterscotch on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't even it's a banana.
Hint of banana we're getting
I
from it.
don't get the banana.
I didn't see that.
I get the butterscotch and the nuttiness.
Butterscotch and peanuts.
Yeah, those are
creamy
both good
peanut
for
butter.
sure. So again, hashtag Port Rye. Get a chance for a free bottle, the Milam & Green rye whiskey. And now I'm going to set up the duck race for the 1792 full proof. So bear with me just a minute while I copy this stuff over.
Tilt it up. There. Yeah, shuffle
Yeah,
a
let
couple
me
times.
let me share my screen here.
Yep.
Just bear with me.
There we go.
And we are going to shuffle 2, 3 times. And we are off.
All right.
So we got a bunch.
Dave's in the lead.
Donald, Dave, Jim, all right up there at the front.
Look at that.
Donald's keeping up there. Donald and David. It's the
Oh, wait,
two
wait.
emoji race right now.
Here
we got
comes-
the sad eyes and the crying and the laughing eyes.
Wait, look at Jim. Jim's coming up here.
Not yet. Somebody's
yeah,
way
it's
back
right
there.
No. Oh, Donald dropped out.
Yep. Jim.
Dave is running out of steam.
Yep. So here comes Jim McCurry. Jim
no,
A.
wait. Look at Trenton. Trenton and Marty. That's what I think. It's
Oh,
gonna be.
Marty, you better not win another one.
Yeah,
Are you
go-
kidding me?
Go, Marty! Come on, Marty! Let's
No,
go!
David's pulling ahead. David.
David.
Oh, he cut you off, Marty. He cut you off, Marty. You almost won another one.
Yeah, you've had too much.
All right. So, David, congratulations.
Thank you.
You won a 1790 full proof store pick.
We're going to do the delivery right now.
Since he's actually here with us, he's one of the
nice.
Nice. So that's an easy delivery. I don't got to ship that one.
Yeah, Brad. Yes, it's 100% rigged. I agree.
Brad's. All right, so that was great. That was
That
good.
was-
That
that
was
was real
good.
good.
All right. So we're gonna give you a few more minutes here for the Port Rye, Milam & Green Port Rye, hashtag Port Rye for a chance to win. Completely free bottle, that one.
That's good.
And my next duck race is going to be an E.H. Taylor Straight Rye.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So for every $5 you send, Super Chat or Venmo, you have a chance to win the E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. Okay. So that will be the next duck race, and we'll do that here in just a little bit.
So how would you score that fancy car that you just drank?
Oh, I think it's pretty good. For something that's 80 proof, I mean, I'd rank it probably 8.5, 9. I mean, it's very good. It's got a
Oh, wow.
great
Wow.
mouthfeel.
Since I have an
Great
older,
mouthfeel for something
It's
this
good.
low proof.
Matter of fact, here's your chassis of the car.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Reassemble the car.
And Jim, you brought the baker's bottle. You said what I want it for. This. I want to put this in the baker's bottle. If you guys want to
There you go.
transfer
Do the
that into the
transfer
baker's bottle for me.
So I've got a seashell.
Husky
bean.
Dog. Thank you. I got your entry. Sonda, I got your entry.
So I did the seashell for it was 1968 bean, also aged 100 years. It's around 886 proof. I want to rank that one slightly over this one, but they're almost in the same category. Super sweet peanut note, caramel bomb out to the whole thing. It's a great warm-up drink. The flavors just can't be beat with today's bourbons that are out there. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably put this at a 7.6.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah, it's got a great mouthfeel.
You don't need the proof. It doesn't need to be heavily proofy. The flavor itself just speaks for
Yeah.
That's out there.
Okay, I'm making sure I'm getting everybody here. I'm giving me just a second. I'm catching up with these super chats, and I'll go over them once I got them all in. Make sure I'm not missing any.
Jim, which one to start with? Was it you?
All right, give me just a second here, guys. All right, let me make sure I got all these. I've got Husky Dog, Sonda, Bourbon Bitch with an entry. Brian W. got 2 entries. Bourbon Nerd, Marty. Chris got an entry. Gandy Road.
Okay.
Barry had already sent me Venmo for his. He's got 4 entries. And Patrick.
I got, well, I was going to say.
Hold on. Yeah, let me see the Venmo.
Yeah. Jim got 4 and then going upwards.
Okay.
You already got mine on there.
I got yours in here already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put a second entry.
Keep going. No, hold on.
I'll give you another entry. You send another 5. I'll
Yeah.
type your
Show-
name as
show
many
me the
times
money.
as you want to send money.
Show me the money. We'll get it done. Show me the money. Come
It's
on.
only administration fee. They get a free entry.
Hmm.
That's so good.
Isn't it though?
That's so flavorful.
So like I said, that was like I call it what was an 8.
All right, so I got Angela, Matt, Patrick, Scott, and Jim on Venmo.
Okay.
I'm just saying
And we got some more super chats that came in.
Okay, let me catch the super
Catch
chats. I
that
need
up.
Chris and Gandy.
Keep going.
Todd, do you have a funnel by chance?
It's in there.
I'm in for 2.
Got Paul for 2. There needs to be an easier way to capture these super chats. There probably is, and I just don't know what it is.
There's an app for it. You gotta pay for it.
You figured out. Let us
I
know.
need to get that then.
Yeah.
So I got you Tom,
Tom,
Andrew, and JL.
1 each.
All right, so we'll let that run a little bit. We'll give it some
Oh,
more
hold on.
time.
You got Andrew and JL separate. You had it on one line.
Oh, did I?
Go back to your spreadsheet.
Oh, yep. Sorry, Andrew and JL.
Looking out for you, JL.
Yeah,
We have another one for Shane.
Shane. Shane's another one. All right, Shane, we got you.
Good.
All right, so I'm going to let that go a little bit, see if any more come in. Again, there was a question of what is the hashtag port rye situation that you wandered into. So this is the bottle that's up for giveaway right now, a completely free bottle. It is the Milam and Green Port Finished Rye. If you want a chance to win it, enter hashtag port rye in the comments, and I'm going to run the giveaway, and whoever it lands on with the giveaway tool will win this bottle. But you have to enter hashtag port rye to be eligible to give away. Trenton, I got you. And I'm going to run that giveaway for that Milam and Green here in just a few minutes because I still got a lot of
He's
bottles
got
to
a
go through.
lot of
Yeah, I
bottles
got a
to
bunch
give
of
away,
bottles to go through.
which is a good thing. Y'all got a chance.
Yeah, there'll be more chances if you don't get this one.
Good.
Yep. All right, so Paul,
Yeah.
we're going to be switching out here in a few minutes to another picture,
Oh.
but you said you wanted a fresh crack.
I have
Bring
a
something
crack.
fresh crack here
I've got
for us
options.
to do. Let's see what we got.
All right. This I mentioned.
This is the one guy that around me that I see regularly who has more bottles than I do.
So
I've seen his vault.
Yeah, his vault's huge.
it's still growing. I had to buy more shelves. So option number 1.
And then I get to pick one of these, right?
Yep.
Oh, the old Fitzgerald 7
I got the
year.
old Fitzgerald 7 year.
Nice. Nice.
So that's available as option number 1.
Okay.
Okay. Option number 2. From Still Austin, this is the cigar batch Tanager.
Oh, the Tanager. I've heard so many good things about that.
I can tell you that that's a fabulous pour.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's option number 2.
That's awesome.
Patrick doesn't like it.
Not a fan.
I don't care. That's
Yeah.
fine. I've got a fourth.
Well, you're
bottle
not
in
picking,
here.
Patrick.
I know.
No. My third and final option for a fresh crack.
Okay.
This is one I got out at Heaven Hill. You saw this in our
Oh,
April
that
grab,
Heaven Hill 19.
the Heaven Hill 19. Devin wasn't there. That's why I was able to get it.
What do you think, chat? Which one of these should we fresh
So,
crack?
That
Still Austin Tanager, Heaven Hill 19, or Old
Tanager.
Fitz 7 year?
or Old Fitz 7 year.
What's everybody's vote? What's your guys' vote?
My vote's the 19 year.
The 19 year?
Sugar
Sure,
Kitty,
Kitty,
goes
he
Tanager,
says
Tanager.
Tanager. We have a Heaven Hill 19.
I think I'd do the 19 year only because the Tanager's on the bar behind us. And
All right. Brad wants 19.
Brad says
I
19.
want the 7 year. The 19 year would be hard to pass up.
You know what? I don't think I can pass up a 19-year-old either. I'll be honest.
Well,
19-year-old
I think the
whiskey's
19's
hard
gonna
not
win
to
here.
open up. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that one, Paul.
You got it.
You can.
Also, a bottle I did bring in for later in the after party is a buffalo turkey.
Buff turkey, one of the River Roots buff turkeys. Very nice.
That's when we cracked the.
So we're gonna have a good time tonight.
This is gonna be good. All right.
Hashtag Port Rye if you want to enter for the bottle giveaway and you haven't already.
All right. Let's do this nicely.
So also out there, if you're just getting on, we are right now having a duck race. Is going to be for an E.H. Taylor straight rye. For every $5 in Super Chat or $5 sent through Venmo, the Venmo link is pinned to the chat. You will get a duck in the race. Check on that, Patrick. See if anything's come through.
All right. We are ready.
All right, here we go.
Fresh crack. Heaven Hill 19 year. Wait, we got to get the video for shorts as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We have our Patrick is our local historian. All right. Heaven Hill 19 year. That's the top. Let's try
Take two.
take 2.
All right, let's leave it.
Now there you go. Heaven Hill 19 year.
There you go.
That's a solid.
Very nice. Very nice.
You get first pour.
Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Paul. Much appreciated. I will just take a little bit there. Tracy, I got you down for those 2
It's 18.
entries.
Pass this around and you can pour yourself.
So we can't join you guys with a 19 year pour, but we're going to do an 18 year pour.
So we're going to
Oh, there you go. Nice. But that was last year's? Was that last
Oh, the
year's?
18. I love the 18.
no, this was early this year.
Earlier this year?
Wait,
Okay.
that's the Found North?
Yep.
Yes. I've got that. That is a
okay.
good one. I do like that. I love Found North.
Yeah, followed by a single down the middle. That was a good pop. Yeah, it was a pretty nice
It
pop.
was a good
after
pop.
you got the cover
Well,
off of the
Yeah,
of the cork.
after the
Yeah.
foil top came off on its own. I was trying to preserve it, but it decided no.
Okay, last call for the Milam and Green Port Rye giveaway. I'm going to run that here in just a minute or two. So hashtag Port Rye if you haven't already entered to be entered into that giveaway. It's got a nice nose.
It does have a
Brad
nice
put
nose.
in an extra 5.
Brad put in 5 for the
For the,
straight rye.
All right.
All right.
You want represent? sip.
He's kind of oaky on the nose.
Well, I expect
Yeah,
that for
that's-
19
I
years.
know, that's-
Come on. Now, this is a weeded whiskey. It's a
Yeah.
weeder, but
this is the
it's-
Bernheim. It's the Bernheim mash bill.
It's a Bernheim
Yeah.
mash bill, but it is barely a weeded whiskey. Corn, it's a high percentage corn in the mash bill.
Yeah, I've had the Bernheim barrel proofs.
I've had those
some of
too.
Those batches before.
All right. Very sweet up front. Actually getting caramel out of this.
It's very sweet. It's very sweet all the way across.
Light fruit.
There's not a lot of complexity there, though. I mean, there's a lot
Well,
of. It's very sweet, but there's like
yeah.
it's not really a transition.
It is almost kind of a one note
Yeah.
situation.
I mean, it's good, but it's just a sweet.
Eric just put in.
Oh, Eric, do hashtag port rye for this.
So a little disappointing for a 19-year. Is that what I'm
For a
hearing?
19-year,
I would say the 18 was far superior than the 19. The 20 was, we know, is just a 20-year age mellow corn.
yeah. To me, like I think for the price point, I don't know if I would want to get this for the price point personally.
It was
like three something.
325.
Yeah, 325.
325. So I actually have two of them. This one I got when I hung out 5 a.m. over at Heaven Hill. I was 8. I would think I was 11th in line for that one. Met some great people in line. Had great conversations. Got some food and everything else. The other one though, I picked up at a duck race. So
yeah,
I got
that's
that.
the way to get it, right?
I got
Yeah.
that for
You get it like 20 bucks or whatever. Yeah.
way under MSRP. So that one has good value.
JP said he was sipping on that Found North batch 11. I guess that's what you're drinking, the batch 11.
Yes, the batch
Okay.
11.
He said he thinks it's a little hot on the initial crack.
I agree with that.
Open
This was
it up
for
more.
a month or so, and it's softened up some. So it's not so
Okay.
hot.
I agree with that.
And this, who knows what's going to happen with the Heaven Hill once it sits for a little bit.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but I was just going to tell Paul that since that one was a flop,
Scotto.
then let's go to the 7-year.
Scotto,
Well, we'll figure it out because we are going to at least open the others later on.
Okay.
Scotto, I got your entries for the
But-
straight rye.
Fortunately, we do happen to have with us
You said 5?
one of our peanut gallery did bring in the
Oh, one
new
entry. Okay.
Star Hill Farms.
Now, see, we really like that pour, but we've heard some bad reviews on it, but we like it.
Yeah.
I've heard it is a good comparison with the 19.
I'm
So
really
I'm-
looking forward to that because I don't particularly like Maker's Mark. So I'm wondering if maybe I'll like this version because I don't like the regular Maker's Mark much.
I can tell you that I agree with that statement. There are some Maker's Mark, like the keepers, that I love. But the
The
weed,
private selects are hit and miss.
yeah, I completely agree. But I love that one.
Cheers, Walt. Good to see you, Frontiersman Adventure.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. I'm going to be down in your neck of the wood in 2 weeks. I'm going down to West Virginia for a Bigfoot festival.
Oh, that would be
So
fun.
I'll be down in your area.
Cheers, Walt.
Yes.
Um,
Two.
And
I am going to go ahead and run the giveaway for the Milam and Green.
All right.
So we are going to, while you guys do that, you guys talk a little bit while
All
I
right.
get this set up
That's
for
good.
this.
Having a little bit more of this. Again, it's still that caramel forward note, which is interesting being a weeder. I'm not getting that weeder funk that a normal weeded whiskey or weeded bourbon could bring forward out of this thing.
Yeah, I don't get any kind of weeded funk like I do on some like a Rebel or something like that.
Right.
So
Or even one of the
it's
Weller
much
products.
sweeter than that. Yeah, it's a lot sweeter than any of those.
Right, it's much more sweeter. Again, it's a light berry note, I guess, towards mid palate. I'm also getting a little burnt sugar in this as well, which I didn't find at first, but after coming back for a second or third sip, started showing up. Finish, it's not long. Well, take it back. I'm still feeling a little bit of the burn on it, so it actually has a decent finish to the whole thing.
All right, so I'm going to run this port rye giveaway.
Okay, good luck, everybody.
see who we win this one.
All right,
Paul,
Brad.
what if that bottle was $150 or $60? Would you feel a lot better about it?
Hey,
Yes,
Eric,
congratulations,
You know,
Eric Strum.
at 150, I'd say
Yeah.
that's a good find.
150, I'd buy it.
That's a good find at 150.
I mean, it's got a really nice mouthfeel to
Mm-hmm.
it. I think my disappointment in it is that it's kind of one note. It's just sweet.
Yeah.
You know, there's not that complexity, that transition from the front to the back of the palate
That
I would expect on like a bottle that's
Right.
you know over $300.
I would say the burnt sugar. I think that's attributed to the age from the 19 years and the tannins from the wood and everything else.
Tether delivery.
Yep.
There you go.
Eric's also
Local
one of the
delivery.
Patreons here, so.
We're saving on
Yeah.
shipping.
All right, so Paul, thank you for joining us
All right,
during this
thanks.
time. I'm
Glad to
going
be
to call
here.
in the next Patreon, kind of come have a seat.
Remember,
The best bourbon or whiskey.
it's the one you like the most.
That's right. So our next Patreon has joined right after Paul, and he did it because at the time I was doing monthly Patreon giveaways. I only had 2 Patreons. And he said, I'm going to join so Paul doesn't win.
Purely out of spite. Purely out of spite.
So welcome, Patrick.
It
Everyone.
didn't work.
I still haven't won anything, but it is what it is.
So, Patrick, thanks for coming in and joining us.
My
Thanks for being here
pleasure.
tonight.
Thanks for the.
Did you turn over the Venmo?
Yeah, I gave it
All
to
right.
Jim. But yeah, no, I'll say thanks for a huge vintage estate find.
Mm.
So that was awesome, and also that bourbon guy. Thank you for this beautiful Heaven Hill.
Yes.
So, very
And right
good.
now, the duck race is loading up for the Colonel E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. For every $5 that you send in Super Chat or Venmo, you will get a duck in the race for the Straight Rye. The next bottle that I'm going to be giving away, free bottle, is going to be a
Why don't you do the one I got?
oh yeah, while you're here.
Yeah,
Okay,
while I'm here,
I have
yeah.
a plate. I'll do that. This
Yeah.
is actually a really good one.
Yeah, you actually.
So Patrick donated for this live stream giveaway a
Thank you.
Driftless Glen single barrel.
I got 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I
we
figured-
was drinking one, and
Yeah.
the other one's unopened. That's the
So-
one you'll get.
So last stream on Thursday, I actually swung by because I was going to be doing a lot of stuff driving, and I didn't want to be late. So I figured just bring all of my stuff and just leave it here. And I was like, well, this is the bottle we're giving away, and I know Todd's got a very unique palate. So
Yeah.
I was like, if he likes it, I'm sure everybody else would.
It's actually good.
So
Yeah, it is.
so we're gonna do that. It's a single barrel. I think it's like 94, 96 proof. So it's pretty solid. And there was a little mishap in communication when I was buying it. One of my friends, Pat Weigel, who was on the channel I think about a month ago, and he ended up getting 2 because he thought I said 2. I was like, no, just 1, but I'll buy both. So I figured I'd just donate it since I like to share. I passed kindergarten.
All right. So for the Driftless Glen single barrel, hold on, let me remove this comment. Thank you, David. Smash that like button, please, if you haven't. 56 people in the chat. I have no idea how many likes we have.
Not
over
not port rye.
there. I know. I'm about to switch it. I'm about to switch it.
Looking out for you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hashtag Drifter.
Yeah.
So for a chance to win a free Driftless Glen single barrel, hashtag Drifter in the comments.
Yep.
And it is actually very good.
And it is 96, aged 54 months. Barrel 1254, and is Driftless Glen Taste of the American Spirit is their little slogan.
And Driftless Glen is the largest selling distillery in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Michigan's like largest selling distillery is Driftless Glen. So and it's pretty good. It is like this is like the second single barrel I've had from them, and I like the other one too. So
Yeah.
that's something I might have to look a little bit more into actually. All right, we're going to give a few more minutes here, about 10 more minutes for the duck race for the E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. Every $5 in Super Chat or $5 through Venmo, you'll get an entry into the duck race for the Driftless Glen.
Yeah.
And let me know if there's any more Venmos come through, guys.
Yeah. Should be good.
So,
Should be
Patrick,
good. Yes.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Since yesterday.
So,
or 2 days ago.
you just dropped by. You haven't
I
really
did.
hung out.
Yeah, that's true. We've been a bit busy with my personal life and work, so
So, Patrick
been crazy.
used to always be available, but now Patrick's never available.
And I got
Patrick got a girlfriend.
First time been in a relationship that the significant other has kids, so that's something unique to balance. So I'm not available as always, but I'm still pretty close. I'm only 15 minutes away.
Yeah, but you're always in Ashtabula.
Ashtabula or in Youngstown, because typically during the live streams on Thursday, about an hour away, we do a family gathering with like poker, potluck dinner, and all that kind of stuff. So we do a lot of fun stuff with the family, and it's just unfortunate. But days that stuff's canceled or I'm kind of going to rotate, like I've been too much with the family, need to get away, I'll be like, I'm available this Thursday or whatever. I'll make it happen.
Sugar Kitty said he's had some amazing Driftless Glen Rye picks from Mash and Journey Club. Not familiar with Mash and Journey Club, but I do like the Driftless I've had. I don't think I've had any of the rye, though. The ones I've had have all been the bourbon.
Yeah, I've only had the bourbon. I've had an opportunity to try the rye, and I might have tried it, but it was in that state where my palate and mind did not remember a thing that late in the night. So I can't say for sure I tried it or not.
Patrick, are you a beer drinker at all?
I was a beer drinker for the longest time, and then I have celiacs. So because of that, I've switched over to like seltzers and just bourbons. Some rye, it doesn't really bother me too much, which is really good, especially with having over 500 bottles. It's really good that it doesn't bother me. But yeah, no, I've kind of made the leap over the last like 7-8 years to more bourbon.
Well, I only asked because you said you spend a lot of time in Ashtabula. There's some really good beer in Ashtabula. So.
Yeah, there is. The first date actually with now my girlfriend, we actually went to a brewery in the middle of like that downtown harbor area.
Cloven Hoof.
Yep, that's the one.
That's our favorite because we have a condo in Ashtabula.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Wow, small world.
Baba Yaga, I got you. $5 for the straight rye.
Yeah, she's over in Saybrook, so like one of the little neighboring towns.
Actually, our condo is in. We're right across.
Oh, really?
Right across from the park in Saybrook, right by the lake.
Oh man! Wow! Yeah, that's a very, very small world. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's so cool. But yeah, no, we've been officially. Well, we met in mid to late November, and then we decided to call it official after the holidays. This is actually a conversation we had last night. We picked the worst time to start dating. It goes literally. I'm very like particular with dates, so I was like, I think we shouldn't join or shouldn't date or whatever. Wait for a little bit, and of course that didn't happen. But it was Valentine's Day the 14th, and then the 19th is our anniversary. And then the 27th is her birthday. And then March 10th is my birthday. So it's like boom, 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 all back to back with like a different thing. And I told her I'm not really a flower person. She's already hit the flower budget for the year. So she doesn't like me for that.
Brian wants to know if you're going to open your President's Rye.
Oh.
I want to know which one you got. Which President's Rye did you get? How old was it?
Lost you there. I lost them there. They freeze?
No, they're there.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, they're there. So just go over #Drifter for a chance to win a Driftless Glen single barrel, completely free. For every $5 you send in Super Chat or in Venmo, you will be in the duck race for an E.H. Taylor straight rye. Hard bottle to get. Right now we have 36 entries.
That's awesome.
So your dates are close, Patrick. Shauna's birthday is the 25th of May.
Okay.
Mine's the 28th of May.
Oh, wow.
Anniversary is the 29th of May.
Well, the nice thing is that at least when you're buying something, you can say, "Oh, it's a combo gift," or it just gets something really nice and extravagant.
Yeah, Renee's birthday, our anniversary, and Mother's Day are all about 4 weeks apart. So like in that 4 week span, you get all three hit at once.
Yeah.
See, that's the way to do it. You get it all done with.
I guess get out of the way. That's a stressful stressful time frame right there.
Yeah. And I think going with Mother's Day, two of the 3 kids were May 10th and May 17th, and obviously the beginning part of May is Mother's Day, so it's like she always shares it with one of the kids' birthdays.
All right, so I'm going to give it to at 6 o'clock exactly. I'm going to go ahead and run the duck race for the E.H. Taylor. So if you want a chance to win the E.H. Taylor straight rye, go ahead and get your entries in now. $5 in Super Chat or every $5 in Venmo, you'll get an entry.
It's even harder to win if you don't put an entry in.
Yeah, it's real hard to win.
Just at least a $5 ticket to get your duck in the race.
Did you know that the E.H. Taylor rye is actually Barton?
Is
rye.
it really?
It's Barton rye.
I didn't know that.
I
Interesting.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a Barton rye.
I thought it'd be like a
That's
Sazerac.
actually a good bottle, though.
No, it's not Sazerac. It's Barton.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it is a good bottle. I like it.
I don't know why you said actually, because I like all the E.H. Taylors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Have not found a disappointing one yet.
Yeah, I haven't either.
We
They've all
actually,
been good.
I think, was it February for our Ohio Bourbon Club meeting? We did something very foolish. We went and did.
That's every time we get together.
That's true too. It's going to be this after party, but
yeah, exactly.
but we did E.H. Taylor's barrel proof batch 11, 12, and 13 all together, and like we were like comparing them and whatnot. And then we had the brilliant idea of doing all of the 2024 stag releases,
A, B, C, and D.
directly after that. So
Yeah.
we're all going like this.
And that was
sharing
after
pours.
we'd already been doing fresh cracks.
Oh, fresh
Yeah.
cracks. Yeah. We I think we had 8 or 9 people show up. So we had all their samples, plus our warm up. Oh man, it was a night. We'll put it that way. It was a night.
Brian W., the President's Choice is 10 years, 3 months. Oh, fantastic. The
Well,
one
it's
we
good
got
tenure.
is like 9 year, 8 months. The one we managed to get a hold of.
Okay.
Locktar says, call me a tater. I love E.H. Taylor. Haven't had a bad one myself. I agree 100%. I like the small batch. I like the rye. I like the single. I love the single barrels.
Yeah.
I love the barrel proofs. So, yeah, they're all good. The barrel proof rye was good. It was all
Yep.
good.
And then speaking of like hunting, I've been a bit busy to hunt. I actually got, thanks to Scott over here, who's coming up next, he actually was able to help me out and get the Weller Antique, the red, as well as a small batch. So super pumped about that.
Yeah. Sugar Cake, he said 4 stag juniors equals stay vertical. Yeah, that's following 3 E.H. Taylor barrel proofs.
Yeah, it's more horizontal at that point.
Yeah. It's like, what's it like diagonal? Because you're
Yeah.
kind of like this, walking like
hanging
this.
on a wall, swaying,
Yeah.
hanging on the earth for dear life. And you
Yeah.
can feel the rotation of the earth at that point.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
We finished up last night with the friends we had over with a store picks.
Yeah.
And
The store pick what?
everybody was like, wow, really? We got to finish with that? I said, no, you don't have to, but I'm going to drink it.
He may or may not have needed that though by that time.
Yeah.
Well, the night we did the barrel pick, Brian and Rob and I were up till 3 a.m. drinking out in front of the hotel. So I think everybody else went to bed like at midnight. The 3 of us stayed out there.
Yeah.
It just kept going.
We did
So-
the new riff pick. That was a wild night. I
Yeah.
think I was up till like 12 or 12:30.
No, I was up another like 3.5, 4
Yeah.
hours.
And then I ended up going with Paul and Devin. We like sprinted like as a giant race to get to Woodford. So
to
it
get
was
the double up.
the double oak release. And then like 2 days later is at Costco for like 30 bucks
Yeah,
less.
yeah.
I'm like, ah,
That was the night that Brad drank all my trunk samples.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had all these great pours.
Bobby,
We're
I
live
got
streaming
you
it.
for another
We're
entry there.
live streaming it, and then all of a sudden, like Todd's like, "Well, I have this one sample you haven't tried yet. We'll just bring it out," and then everybody just killed the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good night too, though.
It was.
It's a rough next morning. I ended up driving down to Louisville to Old Forester. But
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do.
What did we hit? We hit.
Well, after our barrel pick that next day, we went down to we drove all the way down to Gatlinburg after
Yeah.
that barrel pick, and we were doing distilleries on the Tennessee Trail.
Yeah.
The
you-
Tennessee has their own whiskey trail.
turkey in the elevator.
Better you than me.
Yeah, we saw you in the elevator, Shauna, and Brian was still in bed. Yeah, we were leaving.
We went to Bluegrass on our way home.
Okay.
And,
I saw you did the bottle your own, right? I've
Yeah.
done that there
Not a
before.
bottle of our own, but
Yeah.
we did a tasting there, and I was totally not interested. Totally not interested. But I did it. I muscled through it, Todd.
I apologize, Trenton. Was it Louisville? Louisville. I say
Louisville. It's
Louisville.
Louisville.
Louisville. Louisville.
Yeah.
Okay, I drove down to Louisville the next day. If you had drank till like 4 a.m. and you got up a few hours later to drive to Louisville, you'd say it however you wanted to.
and Renee was like white knuckling with her seatbelt on, hanging on, shaking like this, hanging on for dear life.
Did you drive, Todd?
Yeah, I do. I do the driving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like to be a passenger.
And man, it was rough.
Yeah. 2 syllables. Louisville.
That's
so
hilarious because last weekend after
It's 1 syllable now.
I was practicing that because one of the patrons that was there at dinner with us, he's from Louisville. And so he made me like sit there and practice, but my voice kept deeper and deeper because I was trying to get. He's like, "You don't have to say it deep." I'm like, "I don't know how to say it then."
That's awesome.
Yeah, my first time on the Bourbon Trail, I had a similar situation. Some bartender, I was like, "Yeah, can I have that?" And then some guy calls, like, "Where are you?" Like some friend called, and I was like, "Oh, I'm down here in Louisville." And the bartender like stops making the drink. Goes,
You're where?
Louisville. Like, Louisville. I'm like, "Oh, okay, sorry, I'll get it right. I promise." I thought it was quite funny.
Okay, I'm going to set up this race for the E.H. Taylor.
I'll do. No, go up, scroll up a little bit.
What do you want me to do?
Do the leprechaun one.
Do the leprechaun race?
Yeah.
All right. I'll set this up as a leprechaun race.
I celebrate St. Patty's. In the last few years, I've actually had a shamrock shaved in the back of my head. So it's a cool thing. And I was also, I was born March 10th, and I came out of the hospital on St. Patty's Day. So I have a little love for the Irish culture.
All right. Let me go ahead and share this screen, and we will run this E.H. Taylor straight rye duck race.
Yeah.
Brad.
What do you say?
I feel like half the stuff Brad says can just be like asterisks and censored out.
All right, we're going to shuffle, 3 shuffles, and here
we have 37 people. Ooh, this is gonna be a good race.
Here we go.
There you go. Well, Jim, off to a good start again.
All right, Jim, you take off too quick, Jim. You gotta save it for the end. All right, so we got Jim and Matt in the lead. No, that's not Matt. I can't even see the name. There's so many people piled in there.
Those blurbs are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I don't even see my name in there.
You're in there somewhere.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Still in
you're
contention.
at the top. Look at
I'm
that.
still in contention.
You're the female leprechaun.
That's okay. as long as she or he is a winner, that's okay. I'm falling back.
Oh, here
comes
somebody,
the race.
Somebody's surging.
Paul wins another duck race.
You are the duck race king. That is ridiculous.
Nice job.
He's out of breath. Look at him.
Excited. He got a pot of gold.
That thing had his lucky charms that race. Oh man. Yeah. Well, here you go. Another easy delivery.
I don't know anybody who wins as many duck races as him.
He is the king of duck races
all the time. Of course, he enters a ton of them. So
yeah. It's so awesome.
It's broken. I'll take it home.
Yeah. Well, what are we doing next? What's our next pour?
Well, let's see.
Should we do?
I'm going to go ahead.
My fresh crack.
2 minutes for the Driftless Glen single barrel giveaway. Hashtag Drifter if you're not already entered yet, but hashtag Drifter in the comments, and we're going to give away that Driftless Glen to somebody.
So I love what Sugar Kitty just said. Premature leprechaun.
Premature leprechaun. There we go.
That's so funny. So funny.
Well, I was going to say, I know you got a fresh crack.
I do,
right? So let's see what you got.
So I know this is obviously something that Devin kind of likes, and obviously wish he was here. But I got a Chattanooga. This is the Founders one, the 13th anniversary blend. So it's got a number of different things on there from their past, present, and what they have for their future. So it should be a pretty good one.
So I saw that when we were just down in Tennessee after the Wilderness Trail pick, I saw a couple of those on the shelves, but I didn't grab it because I've never had it. So
Yeah, I figured
it'd
just
be nice to try.
Yeah, it was something different. I figured I really love the cash strength one. It's at I want to say that's at 111.
Hey, Paul, Brad says he'll give you $55 for
I
it.
saw that.
I was gonna say I'll have to pass this over to you, Paul.
Yeah.
To
you got
film
fresh-
down here.
Hold on.
Yeah.
They're gonna do their fresh crack shorts.
Yep, fresh crack shorts. All right, ready?
Go.
All right, Chattanooga Whiskey Founders, the 13th anniversary blend at 100 proof. Ooh, America, a little weak.
Yeah, that's kind of weak. That one.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again for
You
fun.
can't redo it.
No, you do. No, it still was
You
bad.
opened it once.
It was still bad.
Mine was better.
His was better. Yes, it was.
All right, I'm going to set this up for the giveaway, and we're going to give away this Driftless Glen.
There you go. All right, get yours in, and then
Yeah,
we'll,
let me pour this first.
yeah. But yeah, no, I love what they do, and I had
I'm
actually,
gonna pass that around.
I don't know if anybody else has like done their own blending, but the Chattanooga 111, the cash strength one, and Buffalo Trace, just a 50-50 blend. We usually call that with my family the Buffanuga, and it comes up from like, I want to say 111 to like 90, like a little over like 100 proof. So it's pretty good. I usually bring it for like golf trips. It's a good little blend to kind of mess around with.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to
good.
go ahead and we're going to run this Driftless Glen giveaway.
There you go.
Thank you, Patrick, for the donation.
I'm hoping you're welcome. I'm hoping somebody outside this room wins.
Yeah, me too.
13 entries.
Here we go. And the winner is Angela. Congratulations, Angela.
Woo!
So I'll have to get it to you guys. I can either mail it to you or we'll arrange a time somehow to get up there. They live up somewhere near Devon. So
Oh, okay.
They're in Ohio. They're in northern Ohio.
Nice. That's awesome.
So congratulations, Angela. That's a really good bottle. It's actually a really nice bottle.
Yeah. I think it's a good warmer upper, 96 proof, kind of light. But yeah, no, this is good. I'm glad somebody else outside this room won. So
Yeah, there we go.
So thank you.
Put that one over here.
Yeah. Very weak bottle pop. I'm very disappointed.
Okay.
But you tried it yet?
Not yet. I haven't
about
tried
to.
it yet. I'm going to get the next bottle ready for a giveaway.
Ooh.
We'll go through these pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, here, I need your
It's
face
kind of got that dark.
locked up for the.
There you go.
There you
I need your face.
go. Need your face. Here you go.
Yeah, congratulations, Angela. There'll be a new one.
Good.
Yeah, that's Driftless Glen. It is a craft distillery, but it's
Yep.
a pretty good one. It's over there in Michigan.
Yeah,
so.
they have a number
nice.
of different stuff. I know they have like obviously rye. They have a rye single barrel. They have a regular bourbon. This is obviously a bourbon single barrel. So they have a lot of good options out there. So highly recommend giving them a try.
Locktar, if you did it, I don't know. I'm using the giveaway tool for StreamYard, so unless it was misspelled or something, I don't know how it wouldn't be in there.
Yeah. No, I saw his name in there.
Yeah, did you? I don't know.
Yeah, he was in there.
Yeah, he was in there. I saw the name flash by.
Okay, well there you go.
I didn't enter it for my own giveaway. I thought that was nice.
Oh, okay.
Considering I have a bottle that's already open right here, I figured I'd really pass kindergarten just going to show it off. I love it.
All right. So the next bottle we're going to give away is an Old Soul
Ooh.
high rye bourbon. So I haven't had this specific one. I've had some of the Old Souls. They're pretty
Yeah.
good. So
I have an Old Soul. I don't remember which one I had, but it's unopened. It's a store pick from Total Wine in Myrtle Beach. Yeah.
okay. So this will be the next one, and we will go with. Let's see.
Getting creative here.
And give me a minute to
Dun,
edit
dun,
this.
dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
One of the greatest things I think that you guys don't have the pleasure of seeing, which is kind of nice.
Hashtag Soul Man.
Todd just chicken pecks at the keyboard.
I do.
He's like
That's how
this.
I hunt and peck.
Yeah,
I do.
hunts and
I do.
pecks.
I do hunt and peck. Hashtag Soul Man for a chance to win this. You got to have the hashtag on there, Two Strikes Whiskey, and just one hashtag,
Yeah.
Scott. So hashtag Soul Man.
Might as well get on this one.
Now I don't know if it's case sensitive, so I'm doing everything in caps. So you might want to just make sure you do it in all caps.
Todd, Brian and I just want to say congratulations on your 1 year anniversary.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having us.
Thanks
on
for
here.
having us. Absolutely.
It's been great, and we'll keep watching. We are going to head up the road though, so I'm gonna log in while Brian's driving though. So
All right.
There you go.
All right. Thank you guys, and thanks for supporting us. The reason I had you guys on is when we first started YouTube, I reached out to several channels, and especially Ohio channels, and you were the first guys to kind of respond and start chatting. So that's why I've always kind of had like a special place for you guys. So
It's
Little
been-
favoritism.
yeah,
Yeah.
favoritism.
and
Yeah.
All right, guys.
hanging out with you guys. So thank you for having
Yeah.
us.
All right.
No,
You
thanks
guys-
for coming.
Yeah, have a
Cheers.
good night.
Safe travels, and we'll see you guys soon.
Yep.
Thank
Congrats
you.
again, guys.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you for my bottle.
Yeah.
All right. So now it's just going to be us in the chat. So you guys, you can chat it up. You can ask questions. Do say what you know.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to know, what you want to hear. Patrick's going to be with us for a couple more minutes
Yeah.
before we bring in Scott. So, but yeah. So hashtag Soul Man for a chance to win the Old Soul.
Now, the other thing too, which I think is really cool, we're floating around like 45 to 50 people.
Yeah.
This is one of our largest streams we've had, so I think this is really
when
cool.
we did our 1,000 subscriber, we hit a peak of 52. I don't know.
Yeah,
if we
it was
crossed
something
or
like
not.
that.
I
I
don't
didn't
know what
see,
we
but I
got
know
this
we've
time.
been floating around the
Yeah.
45 to 50. So really awesome stuff to see from the community showing up and supporting us, especially because there was a stream 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really cool to see you guys do that on a Saturday night.
All right. So
that's awesome.
our next duck race, we have
Yep.
another duck race, will be for a Starlight single barrel store pick.
Ooh.
So
It's a good one.
again, same thing. Every $5 in Super Chat or $5 in Venmo, you will have an entry into the duck race for the Starlight store pick. It is a pick from One Stop Liquors
Yeah.
over in the Newport area.
And I was gonna say, now that we're going off chat, while you're getting that set up, that bourbon guy, Paul, right over here, asked what was the hardest bottle for us to obtain tonight. Is that correct tonight?
No,
Oh, just in any. Okay.
What has been the hardest bottle that for you to?
Hardest bottle for me personally to obtain.
I'd say, I don't know if it's up there, but it's gotta be one of them. It's probably your birthday bourbon for Renee.
Right. So the birthday bourbon was hard because it was a trade. I mean, it just took a
while to accumulate.
accumulating the antiques
Mhm.
to get it. Eric, Sonda, I got your entries, but the hardest one I think that I've spent the most time on. What's the most time I've waited for a single bottle? You know what? It was Stag 18. It was 20.
Is that the last junior one, or is that
No, it's the
17?
the first one that wasn't a junior.
Oh.
So it was 2020.
3, I think.
No, it was like 2022. It was right after COVID had
Right.
kind of ended,
Mhm.
and everybody was back out.
Yeah.
And they dropped a very small amount here in Ohio. And I actually had to go, and I went at 10 p.m. and waited till 9 a.m. the next day. So
Holy
that's
crap.
the longest I've waited for a single bottle. And that was my very
Jeez.
first Stag. So,
All right, Patrick, your turn.
So I think one of the easiest ones is called peer pressure. So I was on a bachelor trip already in Louisville, and it was something that bourbon guy suggested, and
all right, Barry, I got you.
it was a trip to Maker's Mark to get the ambassador only release or barrel pick. So that was super easy. I was like, I'm already an hour away compared to being like 6 hours away. So I got suckered into that just because of timing, and it was a limited release only for ambassadors. So I got that. I also got a signed bottle by Rob Samuels, and I got the heart release.
Hard release.
Yeah, the heart
Dominic?
release for 2024.
Got your
So
entries, Dominic, for the Starlight?
I got those. Those were pretty easy. I wasn't trying to get the heart release, but between that and the ambassador pick for the peer pressure, it ended up being pretty cool. 'Cause-
And you're welcome.
yeah, I know it was really good. But I also got to dunk all three myself, so that was a really cool experience. Hardest one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would probably have to say one of my trades, but I would say off the top of my head, probably a little over MSRP because I wasn't anticipating getting like the King of Kentucky. That wasn't something I would ever think I'd be able to get. It was a lottery. It's a lottery. But I would say probably on old Fitz because I've seen them around and it's always been like you have to be the first 2 people in line, can't get it, or it's like a million bottles to trade for. And I found one in between like MSRP and full like secondary, and I ended up buying it.
So Brad said he did 9 hours for the Barrel Proof E.H. Taylor. He doesn't know why, but he did. I'm the one who told you where to go to get that. I told you where it would be down there in that Cincinnati area. It's a hard bottle to get in Ohio because people camp out for that one overnight.
The first one I got was actually a lottery. Batch 11.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like it was like $80 or $89, and someone offered me $500. I should have taken the money.
Yeah,
but it was really cool because my first lottery win.
That was like 2 years ago. That's when they were more scarce.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. But also, since we've unfortunately brought up Brad, I am wearing the Jack Daniel's original grain watch.
That's a beautiful watch. Beautiful,
and it's cool. My girlfriend got it for me, and she has my name engraved on it, the date that I became a squire, as well as my squire lot number. So it's kind of sweet.
El Cal, just curious, do you guys like Knob Creek 12 or 18 better? Trick question. 18 is a better drinking pour, but if you take cost into the equation, I'd get 12. 12 is a better value for what you get for what you pay than 18.
I think 12 is roughly double the price, right? Isn't it about one?
No, it's more than double. It's like 180 for the 18 year. 12 is like 75.
I thought it was like 150.
The 18 is about 180.
Yeah, and the 12 year is $75.
I think I was with Brad. I saw it at Kroger for like 150 or 160. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I like
places it's 180.
Yeah, I like the 12 because it's usually about $70. But also more importantly, it's just a delicious pour. It's one of my first like sought after like Knob Creeks I was looking for. It's delicious.
Bang for your buck, the 12 is a better buy.
Yeah.
The 18 is better overall, but I don't know if it's really worth the extra cost. Shane waited 11 hours for an E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof.
That's a different experience.
That's a lot.
So from a camping perspective, what have you done for camping? Because the very first like single barrel Saturday was the first time that I went out.
Well, I did
spend overnight.
I did the 10 to 9 a.m. for
that's right.
For the stag. That was my first camping experience.
Yeah.
I was actually with Bryant, our friend Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
He was there that night too.
Yeah.
That's where I met him, was actually camping for stag.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. We met because we kept seeing each other in the same line.
The Giant Eagle.
Yeah. So I wasn't that far off. I was right.
So he said it's over 144 now for the 18s.
That's a much better price.
I don't know. When I've seen them, they've been like, I haven't seen them at a Costco.
I've seen
them like at the distillery or some other stores.
The first time that I met Brad, we actually met at a Kroger, and then he drove me to his house.
Oh, you guys went out and ate or something, right?
Yeah. Yep. It was right before the new Rift pick. But yeah, we had a blast, an absolute blast.
Arcelli wants to know if anybody's dislikes the discontinuing of the Knob Creek 15.
I dislike it because I liked it.
I didn't like the Knob Creek 15.
I liked it.
I liked the 12. I liked the 18. I wasn't a fan of the 15.
I like the 15 more than the 18.
You like the 15 more than the 18?
Yeah.
The only person I think I've ever heard say that.
Yeah. My one buddy Dan had all three. Dan Stover. And so I got to try them all.
Yeah, stocked up on the Knob Creek 18, 2 for 114 each. 114. Now I'd buy one at 114.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get it at 114. I don't know where you found it at that price. That's a great price for a Knob Creek 18.
If you have an extra for that price or are able to get another one, let me know. I'll Venmo you, including shipping.
Two Strikes says that Alabama allocation people bring full size RVs. So we have a store here in Akron where every like Friday the same group of guys come out the night before in an RV and camp out every week. They bring their RV and camp out for the drop every Friday.
I've been a bit busy, so I haven't been out hunting really, but I had someone else by proxy hunt for me.
Yeah, you got your
I got
E.H. Taylor and your antique.
Yeah, my antique.
So the hashtag Soul Man is to win the Old Soul bottle. The hashtag Soul Man to be entered for that free giveaway. There is a Starlight store pick from One Stop. For this is a duck race. For every $5 sent in Super Chat or $5 sent in Venmo, you will get an entry to win that. And right now, there are only 8 entries.
Oh, good chance to win.
Good chance to win at that point.
Yeah, good chance to win. So I know we've talked about smelling. This was pretty good. What do you think on the taste?
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's got a little bit of that.
It's got a little
crafty,
yeast to it.
the
Yeah.
crafty kind of corn
Does
forward.
anyone else need a
case?
pour of this? You good? There you go. Pass it down. I know.
But it's not bad.
No, it's pretty good. I think it's like
I do like the 111.
No, it's
Yeah, the
111.
111 is good for.
Yeah, it's. I think it's only like $46 or $47
something like that.
before
It's
tax.
pretty cheap. I
It's
think it's
pretty
cheaper than
reasonable.
that.
I think that's
I think
when I
it's
saw it earlier today or yesterday.
How much was that Founders?
Founders, I think
Top two to add.
top 2 to add. There you go. So more people are going in for that
All
store
right.
pick. I want to say, sorry, what was your question again? I already lost it.
How much was the Founders?
Oh, the Founders, I think it was like 65 or 70. But obviously I know it's more of a special edition release. So that's a different name.
yeah, I see that. I can
Yeah.
feel that.
You
I got it. I
pegged a
got it.
couple
I
extra
got it. I
letters.
got it. I got it. I got it. All right. Well, thank you, Patrick, for joining us.
Yeah,
We're going to go
thank
ahead
you.
and move in the next Patreon.
Cheers,
And
congratulations, and thanks for letting me drink all your whiskey, despite bringing some.
Three of us? Or three of us?
No, this is your time to shine.
Yeah, come on, Scott.
Alright, so it's
Scott.
all good.
No, this is all you.
Get the phone back.
Oh yeah, we'll take the phone back. We'll monitor some of that stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool deal.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to let this run just a little bit longer, and I'm going to draw a winner for the Old Soul. So hashtag Soulman, and soon after that, I will draw a winner for this duck race. If you want the Starlight store pick, it is $5. Every $5 in Super Chat, every $5 in Venmo, you'll get a duck in the race. All right, so Scott's joining me now. Scott is another local Patreon. He's been with us for a while. Shauna, thank you. I got it. Scott, I actually met you because before we ever started the channel, I put together a barrel pick, and you bought some of the bottles from that barrel pick.
Yeah, you posted it on the Northeast Ohio Bourbon Nerds Facebook page
Yes,
to just try to sell the last of the bottles,
right.
and that was one of the best New Riff bottles that I've had.
Yeah, it was
Fantastic.
it was very, very sweet rye.
Yeah.
We did a new riff rye pick. It was when she was 2 years ago now, I think, when the new riff first released that they were doing barrel picks for their rye. As a tier 1 member, I was able to get in right away. We went in like February, right after the announcement, and we were able to do one of their early rye single barrel picks, and it was really good. So
Todd's bottle, that his pick for that was the Sasquatch Speakeasy, because that is the theme of his bar down there.
as you can see behind me back
Yep.
here,
That's why I wore my Sasquatch Ohio t-shirt here.
there you go.
So after I met Todd a couple times coming down to the basement and just talking about bourbon until midnight, they eventually asked me to be part of the group, and we sat down. It was me, Patrick, and Paul, and we talked about whiskey sippers, and they coerced me into being part of the group, and it's been a great time ever since. My first pick, I believe it was before I was part of the whiskey sippers. I believe it was before we even started. It was with Paul, that bourbon guy, and we went to Watershed.
Yeah, you guys did a watershed pick with a BRTC, right?
Yep.
Oh, you remember
So
that too?
he's still in my phone as Watershed Paul. So I've done that, and then my only other second pick has been with Todd, the whiskey sippers at the New Riff Distillery.
Tracy wants to know your Discord or YouTube handle. Are you?
I think it's Sagamore
Yes,
Spirit Scott.
Yes, Sagamore Spirit Scott. That's right. I know that's your YouTube. I'm not sure about Discord. I don't really see you on Discord. I don't know if you do
No,
Discord.
I feel like
I'm
not in there yet.
Peer pressure.
yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Last call for the Old Soul hashtag Soulman. I'm going to be drawing a winner for this in just a minute here. So if you haven't entered, go ahead.
Yeah. So we were talking. Well, first of all, who has had the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B525? We've been waiting since May for this bottle, and nobody has dropped it yet.
Yeah, I've been looking for it too. I've been across Tennessee and Kentucky several times the last couple of months. I have not found it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody is out there has had it yet or not. But yeah, it doesn't exist. It exists. I swear it exists.
So we were talking about the hardest bottle that we have acquired.
Give me 1 second for Philip. All right, Philip. So right now we're about to do a drawing to win the Old Soul High Rye bottle. in the chat, you have to type #Soulman, and that'll enter you for this drawing. This is a Duck Race bottle, is a Starlight single barrel store pick. For every $5 in Super Chat or every $5 sent in Venmo, you get an entry to win this bottle. So to win this bottle, type in #Soulman. To win this bottle, you have to send a Super Chat or a Venmo. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Scott.
So the funnest bottle that I have acquired was during a trip to Michigan. And on the way home, I stopped at Evernorth Distillery, which is the Bourbon Junkies.
Yep.
And Dan, Sean were there. But then also Matt Porter was there visiting, going up to Marquette, kind of up near Canada, that panhandle there. And he's from the ADHD whiskey.
Right.
But that was cool. So they had a couple of their bottles, Night Stalker, Spirit Walker, a Toasted Rye. I believe Paul has the Toasted Rye right now. But that was fun just to run into some of them just on my way home. And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run the giveaway for the Old Soul so we can move on to the next bottle. So let me share that screen. All right, so here we go. The Old Soul will go to Gandy Road. Gandy, congratulations. I'll be getting your address and I will be sending you an Old Soul. Congratulations. All right. I'm going to go ahead and bring out the next bottle because we're starting to get late. I still got a few bottles to go through. We're going to run this one quick. The next bottle we're going to do is a Handy and Schiller Barreled Manhattan. So it's a pre-barreled cocktail. So for this one, you're going to enter #. Let's see, what should we use for a hashtag on this one? Hashtag, just hashtag Manhattan. We'll make it easy. So hashtag Manhattan to enter the giveaway. And I will put this up here.
Do we have
There we go.
one of these to try?
So hashtag Manhattan. Now, Scott, since you're on, you get to pick a fresh, or you get to pick a bottle. If you don't have a fresh crack, you want to pick a bottle I have that we want to everybody in here to share. What do you want to drink? What do you want to pour?
Do we have that?
I have one open. If you want to do that,
Yeah, that'd be great.
Jim. If you look over there beside you, there's the Wilderness Trail Cask Food 529 barrel pick.
The shame that you just got off. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So Brian and Shauna, if you're listening, Scott has decided to do your barrel pick. He bought one of the bottles and he hasn't opened it yet. He was just picking up today. I had it. So we are going to do the Cask 529 Wilderness Trail barrel pick from a few weeks ago. And I just get like the green apples on the nose for this.
Oh, it was water.
Oh, okay.
That was the
And this is a last call for the Starlight store pick. If you want that in a duck race, for every $5, you get one duck in the race. For every $5 in Super Chat or $5 in Venmo, you'll get a duck in the race. So last call for the duck race for the Starlight store pick. Yeah, this was actually a really nice pick. This is what kind of my first Wilderness Trail single barrel that I had is when we were on the pick. And the single barrels are a lot better than like their basic bottled and bond type stuff. Like this one, I got a lot of green apples on this one.
I thought it was most interesting that when they picked the barrel they wanted to choose, it was already bottled.
Yeah, so that was very neat. So when we went to Wilderness Trail, I didn't know it at the time, but after we did the pick, apparently they take their single barrels that they've already selected, like these are the ones we want to do as the program, they pre-bottle them, and then when you do your pick, the bottles are ready to go. So that's pretty cool.
which tells me they've already decided those were single barrel worthy.
Sure, they go through and they try the barrels before they bottle them. So these are the ones they're doing because they only take X number of barrels for their single barrel program. So
Everyone knows that we are in Ohio right now. Is that correct? So
yes, we are in Ohio. That is correct.
we are in Ohio. So one of the Ohio newsworthy events that have happened is that Middle West, which is in Columbus, bought out Old Elk. Is that correct?
Yes,
Correct.
yeah, they
Right.
did. They bought Old Elk that was in Colorado.
Yep. So Old Elk was using MGP. So Middle
All right,
West.
Husky, I got your entry.
So Middle West is actually known for some of their unique mash bills, and one is the Dark Pumpernickel Rye, which is a fantastic bottle, especially if a single barrel. You can go down there right now. My buddy Dean just went and picked up a single barrel.
Thank you, Two Strikes. Thanks for joining. I think that's Matt. Matt, I think you're Two Strikes whiskey, if I remember right. Trenton wants to know what's our favorite small craft distillery. You fell in love with Crittington's. My favorite small craft distillery is Hard Truth. I love Hard Truth. That's why I was like really gung-ho to do a pick there. Even before we did the pick, I was a big fan. Their 4-grain bourbon is like my most underrated, like kind of new bourbon out there. Their straight bourbon's really good, and their sweet mash rye is fantastic. And the pick we did was amazing. So, yeah, Hard Truth is my favorite small distillery.
So I have two. So I would say Middle West, since I had just mentioned it, because of their unique mash bills, the Dark Pumpernickel, and then their Michelin, which is a 4-grain.
Just let me answer. Tracy, the Starlight is not finished. It is just a single barrel bourbon. It's not a finished.
Yeah, normally their stuff is finished.
Yeah, a lot of their stuff's finished, but that one's not. LaDon, I got you. Go ahead, Scott. Sorry.
So another one of my favorite distilleries, I believe this would be considered craft. I know it's getting a little bigger, is Sagamore Spirit.
I think they're on the edge there.
Right.
But I'm a huge Sagamore Spirits. I love Sagamore
Yes.
Spirits as well.
They just released the 9-year, I believe it was last fall. I should be getting a Sagamore Spirit 9-year bottle pick in a couple weeks, and we'll have to crack that together. Barrel pick. And then I believe the 10-year is coming out this year. I was told this morning by a buddy of mine.
Yeah, it'll be coming out, and now this year they're doing 9-year single barrel picks. So I haven't had one of those yet.
Well, you will in 2 weeks. I'll bring it over and we'll crack it.
You got a single barrel, the 9-year?
Yeah.
Okay. Sugar Kitty, he says he likes Still Austin, Driftless Glen, Corbin Cash, ASW. The ASW, the Fiddler. I like the Fiddler. And I like Still Austin and Driftless Glen. I have not had Corbin Cash, but yeah, those are all good for sure.
Oh, yeah. Still Austin, definitely. Yeah. The Cask Strength Rye. You can buy those two on their website. Free shipping, just get 3 bottles. We do that all the time.
Tracy, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think Corbin Cash may be in California. I don't think I'm going to be traveling to California to do a pick. Arcelli, the Sagamore Double Oaked is amazing. Absolutely agree. That's one of my best shelfers is that Sagamore Double Oaked. That's a fantastic bottle. It's easy to come by, and it's not expensive.
Yeah, they have great stuff. Their sherry finished is amazing.
Yeah, the sherry finished is good. Yep.
What does everyone think of Detling? I keep hearing a lot about them. We might have tried one here.
Yeah, I have a single barrel pick that you've tried. Okay. Yeah, I like Detling. The ones I've had, I've only had a couple. They've been single barrels, and I've liked the single barrels. Bourbon Bitch, I got you. Thank you. But yeah, I've liked the Detling that I've had for sure. So let's go. The Barrel Manhattan. I'm going to run this here in just a couple of minutes. We're going to give away this Sazerac Barreled Manhattan. So hashtag Manhattan if you have not entered. I am going to take a quick break. You guys need to talk while I run to the restroom real quick.
Scott, fill in.
You're live. Yeah, shipped over. I'll fill in for you.
Scott's running the show.
Unless, Jim, you want to get in? You sure? All right. So you're a Patreon member.
Hashtag no evidence.
Hashtag no evidence. That's awesome.
So this morning I picked you up a E.H. Taylor small batch. a Weller Antique, and I got Paul a Weller Antique. And one of the cool things about the local Giant Eagle store in my small hometown is that they will list the allocated bottles that are coming out on Saturday morning, as early as Wednesday and Thursday, right on the window.
Really cool.
You just walk right in.
Mine doesn't say anything, and I get to build a relationship and say, is it worth waking up tomorrow morning? That's usually the only heads up that I get.
Okay.
And now that I haven't really hunted in a while, it's just not the thing.
Yeah.
I don't have the relationship anymore.
Oh, no, you have that relationship with me, and I'll go out and get you some
exactly.
bottles.
So it's pretty nice.
Single barrel Saturday. So we do that once a year in December.
And it's happened a couple times now.
And you had to stay up. How early did you get up for that?
So the first single barrel Saturday, I went at 7 p.m. the night before.
Okay.
And I was the 5th person in line.
And then what did you acquire?
I got a Weller Full Proof.
Okay. That would be this year then.
No, that was the first one. That was
Okay,
like was it 3 years ago?
3 years, yeah.
3 years ago, the Bird of the Ohio single barrel Saturday or whatever.
3 years.
3, and then I've done a couple others, but I haven't. The other ones I haven't camped out for. So just wake up at like 5 or 4.
Sure. I mean, that's one cool thing about Ohio is that once a year we have single barrel Saturday, and they just release 100 or 2 of different single barrels from different distilleries. It always helps to go to down in the hood where nobody's going to be waiting in line.
in the hood.
Yes. Or in like small little local hometowns like mine. I think I got there at 6:30 in the morning, got in line for the Russells that was being released, and saw that it was also the CYPB being released. So I'm first in line. Of course, I got that. Got back in line, got a Russells, got back in line, got a Weller Antique.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and run the Manhattan, bottle of Manhattan giveaway. So I'm going to share this.
While you share it, Brad, to answer your question, David's up next to be on camera.
Yep, David will be coming last.
He's currently getting makeup.
He's pumping himself up.
Yeah,
he's like doing the rocking thing over there, getting ready.
Make sure it looks swole.
Yeah, he's doing push-ups. So here we go. The Barrel Manhattan giveaway. The winner is R. Sully.
There you go.
Awesome, R. Sully. I don't know if I've seen you before on the chats. Maybe we have, but I don't think I have your address. So what I need you to do, I'm going to put my email in here. You need to email me your address so I can get you this bottle. All right, so there's my email address. If you're on, if you're not, we'll wait and see if he responds, because if he's not on, then I'll have to redraw. R. Sully, let me know if you're there.
So 1792 released a bunch of bottles this week. I just walked into Giant Eagle in the evening. It was Friday night, and they had
good to go.
This,
just send me an address to that email, and we'll get you that to you.
Yeah. So they had the sweet just sitting there on the counter. It wasn't allocated for Saturday morning, so I picked that up. I know several guys picked up the foolproof. Normally, I see the foolproof when I leave Ohio. Mostly store picks, but they're not too difficult to find. So when I saw the sweet wheat, I thought, might as well pick it up. Rarely see it, maybe once a year. Go ahead.
Last call, duck race for the Starlight single barrel store pick. $5 in super chats, $5 in Venmo. We'll get you a duck in the race. And I'm going to give that a couple of minutes, and I'm going to run the winner for this one.
Can I keep talking?
You go right ahead.
Yeah. So what I think is important is when I started my bourbon journey is to have a very small bourbon community, like on your road, like your neighbor, or the guys that you meet when you go to the store. That's how Patrick and Todd met at the beginning. Just get their names, their numbers, maybe do some Netflix and chill sometimes. You know, learn them. No, okay, we don't use that phrase. Sorry, I'm learning. But you start locally, right? And then you just branch out. So then I went to Facebook. That's how I met Todd. That's why I'm here right now. And then I met other guys when I traveled up to Cleveland, like Painesville. My brother lives in Lakewood. It's about an hour and a half north by the lake. And a lot of those guys, including myself, will travel. So we'll go to Maryland. That's how I got that Sagamore 9-year barrel.
Barrel pick.
Yep. So I'll bring that. Yep, Maryland, I am Michigan, so I'll go up to Traverse City, Torch Lake, and do my kayaking. And then New York. So when I go out to Watkins Glen, Ricketts Glen, there's a lot of stores out there that do barrel picks. And what I found is important is really go on your local Facebook and show them where you're going. Say, where are the best stores that do picks? And that's how I found out, 4 or 5 stores in a row as I'm going out to my destination of who has the best stuff. Of course, don't tell them the day and time you're leaving your house, or they might enjoy your allocated bourbons when you get back.
All right.
Good. Yeah.
So I'm going to set up. I'm going to run this Starlight Store Pick Duck Race.
16 entries.
16 entries. So let me share this, and we will get a winner on the Starlight. And we are going to do an egg and spoon race. Give it 3 shuffles, and here we go. It's right there, Patrick.
No, that one. Swap it.
All right. So we go through a lot of water when we do these things. We try to stay hydrated. Berries in the race. This is a slow race. This is the first time I run the egg and spoon race. I guess if you don't want to drop the egg, you got to be slow, right? All right. So here we go. Here comes Dominic. Dominic's taking the lead, but here comes Layden taking a big lead. Here we go. And that might be your winner. Pulling away. And there you go. LA. You are the winner. Congratulations. I will need you to email me your contact information. And I will again put that in the chat. So you can send me your contact information and we will get you that bottle. Congratulations. You just won a Starlight Store Pick. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. So thank you, Scott, for joining us. And thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
And all the support you've given since we started the channel over the last year. And so now we're going to move into our next Patreon.
The first
Local
person to
guy.
get a hoodie.
Yeah, the only person to buy a hoodie. So, David, thank you for joining us, David.
Thank you.
So, the other guys that were Patreons that joined me are friends of mine. They're people I've known for a few years. And when Devin and I started the channel, they were very supportive and they jumped right in. David, you're the first person that we had never met before. We didn't know anything about. And you kind of were that Patreon. The first one was actually Charles, the Rye guy, who was our very first Patreon, but he's not local. But you were the kind of the first one after our group of friends that kind of joined in and jumped in to kind of come along this ride with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I found you guys because I was new into my bourbon journey. Basically, I'm only about a year and a half in, but I learned a lot in that year and a half. I went to a lot of allocated drops in Ohio. Used to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, basically every week. Now I can only get on Saturdays. But after I started going to the allocated drops, I was always watching the SLB guys, SLB Basement, the Bruzel guys on the national level.
Yeah.
But I wanted to connect with more people in Ohio because I knew there had to be people around. One of the first videos I caught of yours was something, I think the caption was like, Devin was in the military or something, or a veteran was trying something. So I instantly clicked on it, heard you guys were from Akron, and I instantly subscribed, joined, and I was hooked ever since. And since then, I can tell you the journey with you guys have been phenomenal.
Well, awesome. I'm so glad you found us. I'm glad you joined in, and like you've been with us for maybe about 3 months in. I think it's when you first started joining, and you sent me an email, and you're like, "Hey, you want to meet?" Because I think we were talking about going up to Western Reserve at the time, and you were like, "That's new to me," or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's when we first started talking. So I'm glad you come and along like that. It's been a great journey. I do want to bring up, I've got a couple of more free bottles to give away. So I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. This is going to be a really good one, I think. I think a lot of people are going to want this. So the next free bottle giveaway we are going to do is a 1792 single barrel. So these are pretty difficult to get, at least here in Ohio. I mean, they come around very often. So this is a really no good one. Devin gave me this to donate before he left. So this is Devin's donation to the giveaway while he is off serving our country. So we are going to do a giveaway for this one. Let me get this set up, and I will tell you the hashtag here in a second.
It's kind of cool to see it from this side.
That's a good one. Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, every single Thursday, basically, TV's off limits for the family, and you guys are on the mainstream, and everybody's watching.
Oh, that's awesome.
It used to be just that laptop and that little webcam on top of it.
No, that was the new webcam. It was a different one before that. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's in chat right now watching at home with the kids.
Hi, Mrs. Tanko. All right. So
behaving.
we swear. All right. So for the 1792 single barrel, for a chance to win it, hashtag America. America. So this is Devin's contribution, and that will be going to someone who wins. Hashtag America. All right. Just 1 second. All right. So yeah, so it's been great having you along. I know you've kind of helped out behind the scenes. I've kind of made you a moderator so that you can enter our Discord links and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now on our lives when we're doing it. In fact, if when you guys go put in a link to our Discord.
Yeah, sure we can.
You got it, Paul? Yeah. So we do have a Discord now. On our Discord, thanks to Charles and Tracy. I know Tracy's on. Tracy's another great supporter down in Georgia. We started a Whiskey Sippers traveling sample case, which is now going around, and it's coming to me next. So I'm the next one to get it, where it's full of samples. And once you get it, you can take a couple out, and then you got to replace it. And that was kind of all signed up on our Discord. And there's talk of maybe another case starting up, a second case. So Paul's going to post a link to our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, you should go join and just check out what we're going on there. So in addition to this single barrel that we've been giving away with hashtag America, I have one more like surprise duck race. So I had 3 planned, but I had one more that I said, okay, one more duck race I'm going to do. We'll see if people are interested. I was lucky enough today to pick up a 1792 sweet wheat. So I already have one. So I said, okay, I'm going to get this one, and I'm going to do it as like a final surprise duck race on tonight's live. So if you would like a chance to win the 1792 sweet wheat, for every $5 in Super Chat or $5 in Venmo, you'll have a duck in the race to win the 1792 sweet wheat.
It's a good bottle, so enter.
Yeah. Well, now just tell me how many you got over there, Patrick. One. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody asked what I pay attention to besides Reddit. OHLQ is not good for anything updating. Go on the Reddit, get on Facebook, get on Discord, talk to people, find out when your drops are, find out what's dropping that week early in the week so you could set it up to be at your local store.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing in Ohio is learning. Shauna, thank you. I got your entry. The biggest thing in Ohio is learning your store's drop schedule. If you don't know your store's drop schedule, it doesn't matter if you know what's coming out or not. So that's an important one. Shauna and Eric, I got your entries.
And always swing by Costco or Sam's Club. In case you don't know it, it is illegal to charge membership in the United States to buy alcohol. So you can walk into any Sam's Club or Costco if they serve alcohol, say you're purchasing alcohol, and most likely walk out just fine. No membership.
Now, Costco and Sam's Club do not sell in Ohio, though.
No, they don't.
But you're true. That's right in Kentucky. Whenever we're in Kentucky, we always go by the Costco, even though we don't have a Costco membership.
There's not one liquor store in America that says for membership only, and you have to have a membership to walk in and buy alcohol.
Paul and Jim P., I got your entries. Thank you. Two from you. All right, I got you. So we got Patrick L.
Alicia, if you're listening, enter it.
Dominic.
That doesn't mean anything.
Trenton.
So I was on Bourbon and Balls.
Oh, Dominic was got a bunch of entries here. So let's see. That's 6 entries.
2 different hashtags.
And Trenton. All right. I got all those entries. Thank you guys. Yeah, so you're right. When we were in Kentucky, we always go by Costco. Now I haven't run across anything good there, but my daughter is getting married in October, and her drink for the wedding is a vodka drink. So we bought just like several handles of vodka pretty cheap there. So it's always good to go to Costco. Just if you're looking for a regular bottle, it's not something special like you need a Jack Daniels or something like that. They have it much cheaper there than pretty much anywhere else.
By the gallon, it seems like.
Yeah. Lip service, got your entry.
But definitely join the Patreon service or Patreon. I went on 2 barrel picks with these guys already. Went to Hard Truth and New Riff, both of them phenomenal experiences.
Yeah.
Cannot say enough.
Yeah. So if you don't know, for our Patreon, every month we give away some kind of Patreon, whether it's a group of samples or a bottle or whatever the case may be. We do a special Patreon giveaway for our paid Patreons. All right, Pete, I got you. And we also, when we do our barrel picks, when we have a certain number of spots, the distillers tell us you have 5 spots or whatever the case may be, we give it away to our paid Patreons. I mean, that's who we do. And we do it based on your level. So someone who's like you're a level 3, you know, you're one of the higher levels, you get 3 entries. If you're level 1, you get 1 entry and so on. So that's how we pick who goes in the barrel picks with us.
Brad won, Robert Borden won as well.
Brad won. Brad won and Robert Borden. All right, Robert B.
I was in the service also, so I'm not shy. So when I joined a group, I was literally looking for a group to join, and you got me for life, unfortunately.
No, it's not unfortunate. It's better for us. So, same thing I told Scott. I think you brought a fresh crack here.
Oh, I did.
Okay, so you have a fresh crack. We're going to open up. Tell everybody what you brought us here.
This is a Booker's 2501. I actually got this down at Costco when we were going to Hard Truth.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they had it for, I think it was 79 or 89 bucks.
So you got to do the, hold on.
Oh, no, I've been filming the whole time. He's good.
Okay. There you go. All right. So Booker's, I'm a Jim Beam fan. I like Booker's. I normally don't buy them because to me, the Knob Creek barrel picks are just as good and they're cheaper. But I've had some really good Booker's. The 2022 03 is absolutely fantastic batch. And last year's Booker's Reserves was amazing. Yeah. Dominic said the 2025-02 has started dropping CA. I think we just started seeing the 01 here in Ohio.
We did.
Yeah, we just started seeing it. $80 is a great price. I'd buy one at $80. They're like 110 here.
Yeah. And when I bought that, it wasn't dropping in Ohio yet. It dropped the week after I got it at Costco. 100 or 90 or whatever.
Husky, I got you for the sweet wheat. And I'm going to go over this again, guys. We have a 1792 single barrel we're going to be giving away. You do hashtag America for a chance to enter a free bottle of single barrel 1792. And then we're doing a duck race for a 1792 sweet wheat. So for every $5 in the super chat or $5 in Venmo, you get a duck for a race in the sweet wheat. Just so everybody, in case somebody new is joining. JD, thank you, JD. I got your entries, and thank you for the congrats. It's been a pretty good 1 year. I'm excited for Devin to get back. I talk to him pretty regularly, and I know he's missing it. I think he's missing everything. He's like, he's just recently had a newborn daughter, and he's recently married. He's missing us, and he's somewhere where he doesn't have that access to any of this stuff. So we absolutely wish him the best for sure.
Yep. Yeah. Cheers to all the veterans.
Yes, cheers to the veterans.
Active duty.
Absolutely. Yeah, to all our service members. So that's got that typical Booker's, that peanutty note. Got a good mouthfeel. They always got a good proof to them. They're always a nice drink. I just think the Knob Creek single barrels always, to me, are just like, they're just as good, but they're cheaper. That's why I normally go with the Knob Creek single barrels.
Sometimes,
but I don't.
Yeah,
the Knob Creeks can be older.
This is my first Booker's.
Tracy, did I miss you? Let me see. Oh, okay. Yep, Tracy, I got you.
Yeah, for everybody who's new, this is like unicorn heaven for anybody who's new into the bourbon world.
Yeah. So I think David's you've only been here, I think, once, right?
Yep.
I think you've been here one time. You stopped by, and when he first walked in, his eyes lit up. I have a lot of bottles, but the bottles I have out on my shelves tend to be like the higher end, more expensive, harder to get bottles. You can kind of see behind me all the Buffalo Trace stuff. Over here is Old Forester and Jack Daniels. Then I got Jim Beam, Wild Turkey, and Heaven Hill over on those shelves. And a lot of my other bottles are kind of in the back room. Thank you, Chip. Appreciate it. And thank you for the congratulations. But I know a lot of people, the first time they walk down here and they're, especially if they're newer to bourbon, they don't have a large collection themselves. They kind of get a little awestruck almost.
Yeah, I got a lot of allocated and a lot of shelfers, but yeah, yeah, that's it. You should get an achievement rewards.
Yeah. Well, you said you only been out like a year and a half.
Yep.
So, I've got a pretty good lead on you.
True.
You know what I mean on buying. So, and I've done we do a lot of trips. My wife, Renee, and I do a lot of trips down to Kentucky and Tennessee and stuff like that. And so a lot of the stuff we've got has been outside of Ohio. The Buffalo Trace stuff is mainly Ohio, but the other stuff, a lot of that is outside of Ohio.
That's one thing I love about Ohio, MSRP almost.
Yeah, that's great. That's great for sure. Let's see, I got Now Creek 1258. That's a great price. Yeah. Husky, those are normally like $75. So that's definitely a good price for sure.
No, Knob 12 is my favorite.
Yeah.
18 is a little bit too oaky, and for the price for the 15 to.
All right. So this is last call for the hashtag America for the 1792 single barrel. I'm going to run the winner for this because I got another bottle still to give away after this one. So I'm going to give you just a minute. If you haven't done hashtag America, do it now for a chance to win the 1792 single barrel. David started collecting about 1.5 years ago, but how long have you been sipping? How long have you been?
Ooh,
that's good.
Sipping. Well,
yeah, there you go.
So, like everybody
Good
else,
question.
if you
Good
drink
question.
whiskey in your 20s and or 30s, you're normally not sipping it
Yeah.
until you actually realize what good bourbon is. You
Yeah.
are drinking it by the handle and normally mixing it with something. Shots don't count.
Angela, Shane actually sent me some messages while you guys were down for that trip, and I was trying to give him some suggestions on where to go. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is good. It is good for sure. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go run the giveaway for the hashtag America, the 1792 single barrel. Let me switch over.
54 entries.
Yeah, 54 entries. I think we just got another one pop in. So I'm going to share my screen for the giveaway. Hashtag America. This one's for Devin. We'll see who wins. Quit Dino. Okay. There you go. So if you're there, you got to let me know you're here. You got to be present to win. So if you're here, speak up in the chat, and so we know that. See if we have to redraw. So let us know.
Yeah, I think what changed it for me is a couple of years ago, I did a charity function, and when we were all done with it in the kitchen, somebody whipped out a bottle of Widow Jane 10-year. We all cheersed and had a drink of it, basically. And I said, "What is this?"
If you're here, quits Dino. Let me know. You got to be present to win. I'll give you just a minute here, and we'll move on. We'll redraw. There he is. All right. So I'm going to put in my email. Give me an email with your contact information so I can make sure you get your bottle here.
And congrats.
Yeah, congratulations. That's a great bottle.
Yeah.
Those are actually good. So when Devin and I did our 1792 flight, we did a blind. That actually won for him. So the single barrel was his favorite. Mine was the 12-year.
First time I ever had 1792, I was silly and bought a $18 bottle from Costco, and it was.
I got you. I think I'm ahead of you. So yeah, I see your chats. I got you. Send an email with your contact information. We'll get you your bottle. All right. So I got one more free bottle to give away. Let me stop this screen share here and get set up for this last giveaway.
Well, thank you everybody for joining tonight too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Hit that like button if you haven't.
Like and subscribe.
That makes a big difference. Now, I did have it set up so only subscribers could enter chat. So anybody who's chatted is a subscriber.
Nice.
So I got one more bottle that we're going to give away for free. And it is going to be, and it just takes me a minute to get all this set up, guys. Just bear with me. So hashtag JD Rye. We will be giving away a bottle of the Jack Daniel's Bonded Rye that came out a couple of years ago. This actually won an award, like one of the top whiskeys in the, like one of those top whiskeys in the world type thing. So I'm a huge fan of JD Rye. I like their 94 proof single barrels. I like the bonded. I like the single barrel proof. They're all great. So hashtag JD Rye.
And I actually blame this guy for getting me turned on to Jack Daniel's Rye.
Yeah. Yeah, because I got you to go. You went and got that Heroes bottle. I told you it was up there. Yeah. The Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye is probably the best rye on the market, honestly.
I was gonna say, if you scroll back up, Dino actually said a comment. He is new to the bourbon journey as well as the channel.
Oh, good.
Oh,
right there.
Oh, new to the site and bourbon. Well, fantastic. So that's a really good. If you're new to bourbon, that's really a great bottle to win because it's lower proof.
Yes.
So you're not trying to get anything that when you're not used to drinking something hot. So like a 94 proof, that's going to be a really nice bottle. You're going to like that. Yeah, fantastic. So hashtag JD Rye for a chance to win that. And one last call for the 1792 Sweet Wheat, the duck race. For every $5 sent in Super Chat or $5 in Venmo, you will get a duck in the race to win a 1792 Sweet Wheat, which is a really nice bottle. It's caramel bomb. Yeah. It's just it's like drink. It's just very sweet, very sweet. It's very nice.
That's why I like the caramel bombs.
Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of them. That Sweet Wheat. Yeah, it's very sweet. It's a very sweet bottle.
That Buffalo Kosher Wheat too. That's a caramel.
Yeah, the Buffalo Kosher Wheat's another really good one. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I cut you off doing that stuff. Can you put a link to the Patreon in there, Paul, in the chat?
Yeah.
But yeah, so for our Patreons, as I was saying before, when we do our barrel picks, and we've done 3 this year so far, we draw the people to join us on our barrel picks from our paid Patreons. And that's just a way for us to try and Paul, I got your entry there. That's a way for us to kind of give back. I mean, I try to post stuff. I try to be active in the chat for the Patreon, and we do a monthly giveaway, and we do the barrel pick stuff. So, you know, we really appreciate our Patreon community. It's really kind of what kept us going when we first started. It was like we had people joining the Patreon kind of within the first 3 months, and then we started getting some follows and subscribers, and they were like, okay, we'll actually put the time into this to try and make it happen. Because it's a big leap at first when you're starting a channel, you know, because you're starting out with nobody and nothing, you know, and it's that first month can be rough. You get like 20 views on a video or something. So it's been a great journey. I mean, I've really enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun. I've met a lot of really cool people, and it's been really great on the barrel picks we've done. I know every barrel pick we've done, we've had people who have never done a barrel pick before join us. And yeah, you were one of them.
Never.
And that's the best. That's the best when someone's never got to experience that, because barrel picks are like the ultimate in the bourbon world. Just the most fun you can have is going and doing that barrel pick with a bunch of like-minded people. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. There's nothing else like it. Even from the barrel, getting it untapped from the source. Normally you pay extras for those bottles anyways to get like, what's it called?
Experience.
Well, sugar. Are they called sugar barrel or sugar char? Or
Yeah,
the char in the barrel.
The char of the barrel. Yeah, the sugar. Yeah.
But when you thieve out of a barrel, you're normally going to get it every time.
Yeah, and so we've done those barrel picks. Our new riff pick, the first one we did back in January, you know, we did a partial barrel. It sold out right away. And we have a Blue Note pick that we did that will be in our store. And our store is actually, I'm going to put it in here. We do have our own bottle shop.
It's in the Discord.
So I'm putting that in the chat. And there are some bottles in there now from our retailer. Did I put a comma?
Yeah.
No, oops.
Yeah, so if you get onto the Whiskey Sippers Discord page, you have access to the bottle shop, which you can order bottles through, and you'll have access to basically all the barrel picks.
Yeah, so we have bottles in there now from our retailer that you can go buy. There's like some Blanton straight from the barrel and stuff like that. And I have them priced like as low as they can go. You won't find them lower priced, but that's where all our barrel picks are going to come through. They're going to come through our site there. So if you're interested in the barrel picks we've done with our Patreons, that's where they're going to drop. And hopefully the Blue Note will be there next week. And that Blue Note's fantastic.
Barrel candy. Yes, Brad. Barrel candy.
Yeah, barrel candy. So, last call for the sweet wheat. If you want to enter the duck race for the sweet wheat, hashtag JD Rye for the giveaway for the JD Rye. Get those entries done before I draw these winners here pretty shortly. Just a couple of minutes.
I was hoping nobody saw that.
What's that?
I tried pouring a cork bottle.
No, did you? Didn't notice. The coasters and glens are nice too. Yeah, Tracy, we have our custom coasters and custom glens. I think we only got like 2 glens left. We've sold the rest of the case. I think we got maybe 1 set of coasters left. So they've almost all sold out. And then that's something else our like higher level Patreons get. We could get a free glen, free t-shirt. That's why all the guys have been sitting here have had the t-shirt on. So that's all just part of the Patreon.
Oh, and if those sweatshirts, they're absolutely phenomenal quality.
Your hoodies, you love the hoodies.
If you're a hoodie person, they are extremely comfortable. I bought one for my wife, and she lives in it Monday through Friday, basically.
But I didn't see that. I wish I'd seen that. I'd have ribbed you. I didn't notice it.
I did. I went to go tip that bottle over and realized nothing was coming out.
So hashtag JD Rye for a chance to win the Jack Daniels Bonded Rye. And last call for duck races. We got just a couple of minutes here, and I'm going to run both those. Yeah, but it's been great. It's been a really good year. We hit 1,550 subscribers today.
Yep.
So that was actually more like our goal was at a year, we want to be able to hit 1,000, and we hit 1,000 back in January. So it was kind of like faster than we expected, and we've been really pleased kind of on the reception we've had in the bourbon community. And everybody's been so great. It's been great meeting people.
How do you enter the sweet week?
Already happened.
No, that did not happen.
Oh, it did? Oh,
I didn't do the drawing for the sweet wheat.
Oh,
yet.
I thought you did.
I did the single barrel. I did the single barrel.
Gotcha.
For the sweet wheat, who asked for that?
Yep.
Right here, I see. Darren. So for the sweet wheat, for every $5 in Super Chat you send, you get a duck and a duck race, or $5 in Venmo. The Venmo account is linked at the top of the chat. So for every $5, you get an entry, basically. And I'm going to run a race here in just a couple of minutes, and whoever wins the sweet wheat. So $5 in Super Chat, $5 in Venmo. That's how you enter for the sweet wheat. For the JD Rye, it is just hashtag JD Rye. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and run the winner for this JD Bonded Rye. So I'm going to get this set up, and we are going to see who wins that one. So I'm already set up. I'm going to share.
Tracy, thank you.
So here we go. Sure shared. JD Rye. Here we go. Let's see who gets this JD Bonded Rye, which was like a whiskey of the year or something a couple of years ago. Free beer.
Is that Brad?
Is that Brad? So free beer. If you're there, respond, and I'll send you the bottle. You got to be present to win. So I'll give you a couple of minutes.
Brad's got a few names in there.
Yeah, Brad's got a whole bunch of accounts going on. Free beer got free whiskey if he's here. Can't beat that. There he is. All right. So again, I'm going to put in my email.
Brad, I'll be seeing you on at the end of the month.
Yeah, you're headed down there to pick up your new Riff bottles,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, I was going to have somebody proxy them for me, but my wife said no, I want to go down there with you. So we are going down together,
Nothing better
which
than
is
that. Yeah.
amazing.
So free beer, send your contact information there, and we'll get that JD Rye out to you. Yeah, and that's another thing in the Discord. I had put that information about that new riff out on the Discord for people, how they could go try to get that when it drops and stuff. I had got it early because I was one of the tier 1 members, so I shared that out there. And I'm glad to see several of our people got it.
And I thank you because I timed those breaks at work perfectly to get those.
Okay, well, that's good then. All right, last call for the 1792 Sweet Wheat. Whoever's got my phone, were there any more entries?
Double checking. Nope. No extra entries.
All right, so you got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm going to run the Sweet Wheat.
Well,
if you want another entry,
there was a question on chat that bourbon guy actually asked, "What are your plans for this next year until we get to our 2nd anniversary?"
we want to do more barrel picks. Devin's coming home February.
Okay.
I know he really wants to do a barrel pick of Obtainium if we can. So that's like big on his list. So I'm going to be reaching out and trying to make some contacts, see if what it would take to make that happen. So that's kind of what we're doing going forward. We're just trying to grow. And barrel picks are kind of what we're going to concentrate on. We're always going to release our videos. I've been doing a lot of hunting videos now that I'm kind of solo. I've had these guys fill in. We've done some videos. Bryant's been on some, Paul, Patrick. So, and I got some more stuff planned, and I want to try to get back to what we were doing before, which were some of the, like, these are our picks for this situation, which we've kind of got away from some of that. But Devin and I did do a special one that released yesterday while he was home. So that, he was home for about a month, and I did get together with him to film that, and that was really good. It was our 1 year anniversary video.
That was the other reason why I started following you guys. I noticed your palette, and like you would talk about a bottle, so I'd go out and get that bottle, and literally I'd get the same palette as you. And normally you're right about the bottles; they're pretty phenomenal. If you call it, I mean, you're pretty spot on most of the time.
Yeah, I think I got a pretty good palette. If I like a bottle, most people are going to like that bottle in the bourbon community. So, I'm confident in my palette.
I should get the barrel picks.
You should get the barrel picks, yeah.
Except for watershed.
Yeah, Obtainium would be super. I would love. I'm going to work on it. It's something I want to try to get set up for when, but it won't be till Devin is back home. So I wouldn't want to do that without him. Bourbon Louisville, need a bourbon hunting buddy? Let me know. I'll be there. You know what, Trenton? I'll contact you. I go down to Louisville probably like 6-7 times a year. So, and actually, I will be back down there because my wife today on the Old Forester drop managed to get in and got one of the President's Choice ryes, and is being sent to one of our friends that lives in Louisville. So we got to go down there and pick it up. So sometime here in the next month or so, we're going to be back down there. Maybe I'll reach out to you and let you know, see if you're free. All right. So last call here, last one. I'm going to go run this duck race for this 1792 Sweet Wheat. Let me get this set up, and we'll see who wins this one. All right. I didn't see any more super chats come through, so
there's not an Alicia in there if you're still watching.
In here? What?
I was joking.
Oh. All right. So I'm going to go set this race up, and for this one, we will do
an actual duck race.
An actual duck race. We will do an actual
Sharks
duck race for this Sweet Wheat.
I picked 2 of them now, and I have
All right. 45 seconds. Set. Go over and share the screen.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck on the 1792 Sweet Wheat. Is a really nice bottle. So this is going to be a good win for somebody. What can I shuffle? There we go. 1, 2, 3 shuffles, and go.
And they're off. Jim A's pulling out in the lead, and Eric's slowly up by second.
Here comes Jim A. Jim A's got the early lead, which isn't always good. you blow yourself out, but then the other Jim A is coming in. Patrick.
He's coming up.
Patrick, are you going to actually win one, Patrick?
I hope he got it.
I don't know. There's Husky's right there. You're pulling away. Husky's neck and neck. Husky's neck and neck.
Dominic's coming up.
Oh, here comes Dominic from behind. Paul. Oh, somebody's coming up quick. Who's this? Shauna. Oh,
Jim
Sean
A.
is taking the lead.
Jim A.
Brad, Jim. I thought Shauna had it, but Jim came in. There you go, Jim. Congratulations on the 1792
Congrats,
Sweet
Jim.
Wheat. Patrick's going to sing. Brad was rooting against you, Patrick.
It's not surprising. It sounds like the Titanic.
All right. Yeah. I actually have one more bottle to give away. I've saved it for last. It is our Patreon giveaway. So I do special giveaways for our paid Patreon members. And the one we're doing for tonight, this is a bottle that before I ever started the channel with Devin, we did a barrel pick and we did it a New Riff rye. And I talked about it with Scott. Well, I have two of them left. It is the Rye and Seek Champion, the Sasquatch Speakeasy New Riff single barrel rye pick that we did. And I'm going to be giving this away to one of our Patreons. So all of our Patreons that are watching, if you're still there, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And I've got you set up to run this race. And we're going to do a farm race. So let me get this time set in here. And I will share this screen. And we will see which Patreon is going to be getting this bottle.
Hey, peanut gallery.
Calm down over there.
It just started.
All right, here we go. 3 shuffles, and one of our Patreons will be walking away with this early barrel pick we did before the channel started.
Good luck.
Here we go. Trenton starts out with a quick lead as the chicken. There's Paul as the goat.
Steven's in there. David's in there. Oh, that's me. Brad's in there.
And
Danielle.
That chicken's whole.
there we go, HBs.
Barry.
This one's just neck and neck. Trenton still got that lead. He's
everybody's
kept
got
that lead for a
some
long
to it.
time.
It's the chicken.
That's a fast chicken. You ever tried to catch a chicken?
Fast
They really
chicken.
are that fast.
They are.
He might, but like,
Get up to
Matt,
Matt.
nope. Sonda.
Sonda.
Oh, Sonda.
Sonda.
She
Oh.
missed out last time, but there you go.
The world's just not.
You
right.
just missed out on the sweet beat, but your goat beat out the chicken. You got
Congrats.
yourself a single barrel New Riff rye pick that we did. Patrick was on that pick with us.
Yep.
It's great bottle. Very good bottle.
One of a kind.
So I will get that out to you. It is. You want
Brian
to
was on that pick too.
Yeah, Brian was on that pick. Brian's here with us. He's over on the side here. He was on there as well. So congratulations, Sonda. I will get that off to you. All right. It's been a lot of fun tonight. We've given away a lot of bottles. Thank you, everybody who's participated. Thank you for all the support over the last year. Keep watching for our videos and our lives every Thursday night. And I really appreciate everybody who's given us input and everybody who joins in. It's been a great community.
Woo! Yeah.
Thank you, all of our Patreons.
Thank you.
And we're going to take some time here to get things moved around. We're going to set up. We're going to live stream the rest of the night if you want to come and just watch us act like fools. So until then, remember, everybody, the best bourbon or whiskey
Is the one you like the most.
Love you guys. We'll see you.
Have a good night.